So I have Jake from Jake Ultimate Fitness on here. Jake Bergson,
Yep, that's me.
Maximus from Marx Max Muscle. What a privilege. What a trio. I think this may be the best trio on YouTube, at least today. Well, it's actually going, this podcast will go up tomorrow, but
Best trio of all time.
quite
Honestly,
frankly,
out of all the podcasts that I've ever done, this one is by far the most recent.
oh man. I thought I was really gonna get a big compliment there, and I was like, wow.
Out of
That
all the podcasts that I've ever done, and I've only ever done one, this is going to be the
Yeah.
best.
Well, this will certainly be your last. So look.
Oh my God. It might just be, depending on what I say. No, I'm kidding. That won't.
Oh,
But
speaking of what's the word? PC, not PC things. Hurtful things. What's the word for it? Not
disrespect.
just controversial things. Jake, are you in fact Jewish?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love my Jewish people.
I
I
lo
love
I
them
love
all.
my Jewish people too, you know? I love them all.
You ever hear
I
like Donald Trump? He's like, I love my fellow African. Well, he does. Sometimes I think he does say fellow. He's like, I love my African Americans.
Yeah, no, I think he did say my fellow, and then he pointed at like one of them in the audience. That was a crazy time, man. 2016 election. That was a crazy
Trump's
time.
a G. Trump's a
I was
G.
what, like 11 years old.
I followed it, but
Really?
I'm like into politics. I don't know. Like
Oh,
Mark, you're a bit older, so maybe you are, but I don't really know.
No,
Without
it's all to me. It's just a big distraction,
sure,
yeah,
you
I
stupid
gotta
show.
can't
cute.
follow it.
Honestly, I'm more interested in if I eat my oatmeal in the morning to
Gotcha.
than
Well, what if Justin Trudeau broke
who's.
into your house and stole your oatmeal, confiscated it?
I don't care who it is. If somebody breaks into my house, it's fair game.
Now, would you rather
No,
work out with Justin Trudeau or Joe Biden?
I think you're
wouldn't be
liable if you work out with Joe Biden.
neither one.
I mean,
Neither one. All politicians, don't kid yourself. Even the nice ones, they're all just as evil as the other ones.
But my politician really cares about me, Mark.
yeah,
But
Justin. I know Justin Trudeau cares about you. He cares about me. I'm
he
not even
certainly
Canadian.
does.
He
Have you ever
cares
seen
about
I,
me.
I don't hate nor like any of them. I
I certainly
just
hate some people,
Is
including
that directed
probably.
towards me?
In what way?
Because I have glasses on that
Yeah,
are cooler than yours.
yeah, yeah. I don't do
I,
the. I'm waiting for the day my bodybuilding critiques are called into question because I wear glasses. Like you
I think
blunt.
about that. I think about that actually a lot.
Yeah.
You rarely see bodybuilders with like Terrence Ruffin's a big one.
Hmm.
And not that I ever really considered competing or anything like that, but I tried getting contact lenses and they would not go into my eyes. Maybe because I'm Asian, but they did not fit.
Yeah, you're just
And
kind of all the above.
oh man, that's
Lou
crazy.
Ferrigno wore contact lenses.
Really? Did he have
Yeah,
glasses?
no,
I don't think I've ever seen him wear
he
glasses.
never
Oh,
wore. He never once wore glasses, but he had to put contact lenses in when he played the Incredible Hulk.
really?
Mm.
Those are things that I just would never know.
He hated it too because there was makeup all around his eyes, and he had big rubber pieces put on his head with glue. Everything was glued on, big nose, big mouth thing. It was an uncomfortable experience, and then you had to put the contacts in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can only imagine like sweating. You're outside, it's hot in the summer, and all of that dripping into oh, that
They
would
had a
not be
trailer
fun.
set up for him with an air conditioning, so he could go and sit in that trailer, but it was still,
When
you
was
know,
that show around? Was that during the
I'd
80s?
say
70s, late
70,
70s.
78 or 9, 78 to all the way to like 83. And
Yeah.
they did a couple of TV movies later on in the later 80s.
Yeah, because my
Yeah.
dad was pretty into them or like he told me about them, but I've never really watched them. Same with like Conan and stuff. He grew up
Oh
watching
yeah.
all that
Yeah.
stuff,
Me too.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I never really knew
How,
much
how
about
old's your
it.
dad? How old's your dad?
I think he turned 50 back in November.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So
He's older than me then.
yeah, well, I don't know how old you guys are, but well, I know how old you are, Dylan, and I think I have a rough understanding of
33.
how old. 33? I mean, I just turned
No, you're not
22,
33,
29
are you?
myself.
No, no. No, I'm
Actually,
21.
21. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
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 And Jake, you're not 30. You're
Jake's not even 20.
18.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you haven't earned your street cred, kid.
I might actually be like the youngest person like covering this bodybuilding stuff that I know. None of my friends like a lot of my
No,
friends think this stuff is
there was
weird.
some kid with a microphone at the Arnold
Oh, at the
Classic.
Arnold
Oh,
Classic, right?
Shamrock Fitness.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I saw him. I saw him. You know, I went there and I had the press pass and I didn't know that you could actually just go up to people that were famous and talk to them. And
You
Yeah,
I
probably
just
still shouldn't do
I just
that.
unless they
no,
walk away
I
from you.
didn't though. My dad had a press pass and he has so many pictures. He just went up to the like he saw Dennis Wolf. That was pretty cool. I saw Dennis Wolf too. He just went up to Sam Sulek.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, people were paying like
Dennis Wolf's a cool
80
guy.
bucks, I think.
yeah. Yeah, 80 it was like 120 for the meet and greet and the picture. My dad just went up to him because you just get the press pass. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Uh
let's touch on that actually. What do you think about Sam charging like that much, whatever it is? Because I know it was a lot.
yeah,
Like
I mean
it's a lot.
honestly, good for him, you know. Like I to be honest with you, if that many people really liked you that much, I think it's kind of comical at a certain point. Like for people to view a singular person as like
Yeah,
this really high up person. Like I've always had the belief personally that people are just people. And
sure.
like you know, I would never envision myself, you know, really wanting to meet someone, paying to meet someone. I would love to meet Jay Cutler, right? I would love to meet I would love to I wanted to meet I mean, I remember I wanted to meet Mark or talk to him in the past, but I knew that I wanted to work myself up to a certain point to be able to like, you know, get myself into these conversations rather than just like pay my way there or something, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. I saw all these people lining up to take pictures, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I could never do that, you know?
Yeah. Mark,
I
would you
mean,
pay 80 bucks or 120, whatever it was, to take a picture with anyone, let alone Sam?
Depends on who it is. I mean, I
Really?
agree. I agree when Jake says people are people, but I worked in the wrestling industry, right? So you have a guy like Hulk Hogan, okay? If he was on the card, everybody on the card is getting high pay because he is bringing people in.
Hmm.
And everybody would go shake his hand, and that's how it used to be. So to have a person that's famous and actually draws numbers, if somebody is willing to pay to see him, nobody's holding a gun against your head. They're not
Yeah.
like look at a rock concert. They cage you in there and you're dying of thirst, and they give you a little bottle of water for $50. So you know
Hmm.
it's not like that type of situation. If you want to pay the money, you're guaranteed to go talk to this guy. It's up to you. I wouldn't pay no money to see Sam Selleck. Maybe he could come say hi to me.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. Thing. I'm just joking. But no, I wouldn't. I'd never seen any videos or anything on him. I don't got anything against the guy. I
Yeah.
watch bodybuilding, and unless you're a bodybuilder, I really don't
Yeah.
got much time.
I don't really think it
yeah,
was a money thing. I think it's just because he probably knew that he was going to be swamped, so it's honestly kind of a deterrent at that point because there's
yeah.
no
Well,
way
hey,
he needs
hey,
more money.
you guys remember the old wrestler Virgil? I don't know if you
No,
guys know
no,
Virgil.
I
He
don't.
just passed away. Okay, you guys are too young for that.
Yeah.
But people would see him at a supermarket with 8x10s,
Mhm.
and he was signing them, and people used to feel right bad for the guy. He just passed away, actually. But yeah, people would feel so sorry for the guy. I actually have an 8x10, and he signed it. So it's pretty cool to have, and people feel sorry for him. But if you can go and sit at a supermarket and people will pay you money for your autograph,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool.
That's what happens
That's
when
Yeah.
I
pretty
go
cool.
out.
Like if I tried to do that, nobody's going to pay for just for a stranger's autograph.
That's no
So it is.
stranger. That's the Mark's Max muscle.
I
Well,
would
you know what
pay.
I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Here where I live, nobody knows who Mark's Max Muscle is.
I'm waiting for the day that I am recognized at a gym. Like I know someone just because I do put my face in some videos, I know someone will be like, "Have I seen you before?" And I'm gonna say, "Absolutely not. Please stop talking to me."
Yeah, that's the one reason I don't put like my face out there a lot. I I'm not the most social person in terms of like
We can tell.
meeting a lot of people. Oh, that's mean. I'm gonna go cry after this, man. No, but like I just, you know, I like keeping to myself and focusing on the things that I'm doing. And I don't think it would be the best for me to ever be at that famous level. Not that it wouldn't be cool. I think it'd be sick. you know, especially from the monetary aspect of it. You know, if you were able to
Yeah.
make money off of this and really sustain yourself and pay for like a house and things like that, I
Mhm.
think that would be amazing. But especially if it's something you love doing. But I don't know if the fame is something that I ever want or ever really wanted in the first place. I just really love bodybuilding, to be honest.
Yeah. I
I
would
So
make
think
a
yeah.
at
video
our
on your
oh
downfall.
sorry.
No, no, Mark, you can go ahead.
I think like at our position where we're YouTubers talking
Hmm.
about bodybuilding, it would be less of a, oh my God, Dylan, Jake, Marks, Max. It's more of a, oh yeah, I've seen your videos. You're meeting
Yeah.
somebody. So I think
Yeah,
it would be
yeah.
more of that type of situation rather
Hmm.
than, oh my God, that's Jay Cutler. No
Hmm.
way. I
Yeah.
gotta go say
He was
hi.
on the Project Bodybuilding podcast.
Oh,
That would
hey
be
guys,
so
I
cool if you
used to
got him
be
on here.
bigger than I am now. So
Yeah. I beat Ronnie Coleman in '01.
you met
Oh
Ronnie
man.
Coleman in
No,
'01.
no, 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 no. Jay Cutler beat Ronnie
And say,
Coleman
how
in
old were you in '01?
'01. I wasn't conceived.
Were you born in 2000, what, 2002, 2003?
3.
Three. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Wow,
turned 21.
crazy.
Oh man. Yeah. 2005 right here. Super old
I
on
was
my part.
I was born in 1981.
Oh man.
Damn.
So what was it like? Did you follow bodybuilding at what age for you?
Before I even can remember, we
Really?
watched. Yeah, my cousin did a bodybuilding competition way back when.
Were your parents into bodybuilding or was it just
No,
your cousin?
no, my cousin. No, my grandfather actually lifted weights, which was crazy because I never even knew anything about that until years
Yeah.
later. Because
What was your you ever go to an Olympia before?
no,
Oh
no,
man. You've
no,
ever been to a show though?
just like local shows, which are no disrespect to the guys. I've
No, I know
wrestled
what
for
you mean.
years. I've
Yeah, it's a
wrestled for
different kind of
years, and
event.
I've seen maybe more physiques from wrestling than
You
Sure.
know, it would be
there's actually
really
a local
cool.
show coming up this summer, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's a wrestling slash bodybuilding
Oh wow.
competition. Yeah, so
I didn't even know they did those half and half. Actually, me and my friend were joking about that. Imagine a or boxing half and half. You guys hear about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just laughing, thinking about maybe if they had a halftime bodybuilding show in the middle of that. But
There's a
what
lot
was
of
I gonna say?
crossover.
Yeah.
There
Yeah, I
is a
mean,
lot of
yeah, there is.
crossover.
I was gonna say though, I think it'd be really cool to get a bunch of us guys out to like a, somewhat semi big show sometime in the future. I know Dylan, you're trying to get out to the New York Pro, right?
Hmm.
And I
If
think
not, the Olympia.
yeah, the Olympia would be sick, but I don't know if that coincides with my schedule here at college. That's the one thing that kind of sucks about it. Like
Quit.
I what
Quit.
what do you
Drop
mean?
out.
No, oh my God. I didn't hear that you said quit. That's
I thought
crazy.
you said
No.
wit.
What?
I heard wit. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
what?
what I heard. I
Quit.
heard that. And I was like,
You all
what does
right,
that
Dylan?
even mean?
No,
And
I'm
you
in
just kept on
Canada, so it'd
repeating
be
it.
harder for me.
Yeah.
Mark, do you have a passport? I
No,
sure don't. I don't think
I
most
got
Americans do.
I got some assault charges I got to take care of too. So
Like
Yeah,
actually?
no, I'm
I
just
was
joking.
smuggling some
No.
like illegal substances. I'm like landlocked now.
Yeah.
Can't
I
leave
brought my
America.
Anavar to on the plane.
Anavar on the plane is crazy. What is it called though? I was gonna say, like, is the New York Pro something that you're gonna definitely consider going to, Dylan,
I am
or is it still on the
considering it.
fence?
I am considering for sure. But my Bitcoin portfolio has taken a dip.
Oh, do you actually have Bitcoin?
Yes.
Oh wow. How much? Or how many Bitcoins? Like one?
Oh, I don't have a singular full Bitcoin.
I don't even know how much they're worth. Isn't it like something ridiculous, like 20,000 per Bitcoin, something like
Well,
that?
now it's up to 68, and I bought in a little
68?
lower.
Jesus. Like
68,000, yeah,
I
but
don't even know how that stuff works. I'm
is that
not
your
like
Bitcoin, Mark?
Green,
What?
green. I changed my color.
oh
Red.
Oh, I couldn't quite tell. I
yeah,
thought it
I
was
could
like
yeah.
some
I
kind of
thought it was
What's
the
vegetable,
bit the
maybe.
bit
what's the color of your channel? Purple.
I made I needed to change my logo quick, but I'm not like that creative. I just made AI do it, like some kind of
The guy
logo
gave me
generator.
mine.
really?
The guy gave me mine.
I
But
just I just put a
Well,
picture of myself up on my thing.
well,
it
yeah,
would be
that's
nice
why.
to have. It'd be nice to see you have like even a ring around your picture, Jake, with like Jake.
Yeah, my mom does graphic design and she
Oh,
just
get
like
her to whip
she
you something up.
no, I did, and I felt she made me something for when I right before I went away to college, and I just never put it up. I completely forgot. I'm not like I'm really that's the one thing I'm really bad at doing. I'm really bad at changing things.
It doesn't make a huge difference, but it can make a
But
little.
it can make a difference.
You guys know Superset Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
He
has.
made my actual with the picture of me. It says
Mhm.
Marx Max Muscle. He made that for me.
Wow, I didn't
And
know
and
that.
some other guy that views my channel, he made the actual big one with like
The
all the
banner.
Mhm.
bodybuilders. And I've recently changed it. I take the center guy because when he made it, it was Brandon Curry in the center.
Yeah.
He was the champion, and I actually edited it myself, but I keep using the same picture the guy gave me.
Yeah, I should probably change my banner. It's just like a stock photo of I think it's like Phil Heath, Jay Cutler, and some other guy.
I don't even
And
think I
it's
have
not
a
even
banner.
all of them. Really? No banner? I really
Yeah, you
doesn't.
do. You do.
You
I
must
do.
have one. Yeah. It's like the thing
I
when you
think
press
so.
on your channel. It's like
The
you
big
must
picture in
have
the
a banner.
background, you mean?
Can you only
Yeah,
see that
yeah.
on desktop? Can I
No,
see it
you
on
can see
mobile?
it. You can see it on mobile as well. Let me.
Desktop bodybuilding just changed all his.
Yeah, I
No,
saw that.
you don't
Can
have
you?
one. You don't have one.
Yeah, I need to get one.
You poor
Huh.
soul.
Yeah, desktop bodybuilding changed this thing, and he asked everybody, "How do you think about this?" And then Nick Trigili, I kid you not, was in his comments and said, "It looks like shit." That's exactly what he said.
I honestly,
I was like, "Bro, what?"
I preferred his older one just because it's like more nostalgic to me. But
Yeah,
I do think that it looks good too. Like I'm not gonna lie, I
Nick
think it looks
Trigili
good
did
too.
not.
You know,
Little changes is
what
fine
do you guys think
here and
about
there.
Nick Trigili? I know he's really controversial, but
I
I'll say I used to watch his videos all the
Oh
last
yeah,
summer. I
yeah.
his videos were
He
pretty
stirs the pot for
entertaining.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. I thought they
But
were entertaining.
but as much as I may not like him 100%, even though I did watch him because he's entertaining, he should still be on YouTube. I don't really know the full
Yeah.
situation on there, but having your channel and just like the ability to even
Well,
restart a new one.
do you know why though?
No, fill me in actually.
He was already banned from YouTube, and once you get banned from YouTube, that's it. And
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
going on somebody else's, like it wasn't his email, but eventually you're going to get big enough where they're going to say, "Hey, that's Nick Trigili."
Yeah.
They were even taking off podcasts from
With his
other
face,
channels
right?
with his face on it. So
Yeah.
he's done, and it wasn't had nothing to do with something that he did. So people were
What was he banned for like
confused. I don't know
copyright?
that. That I don't know. I think using you get copyright strikes. You get 3 year out.
I imagine he used to, I know his older channel he did used to talk about PED use a lot. I
I never
thought
knew about
maybe
him. I never even knew he existed.
some of his older content is out there if you can find it. Like he looks a little bloated
Really?
back then, but yeah,
Yeah,
he looks a
Yeah.
lot better now.
I've seen it, but afterwards, I looked
Yeah.
it up afterwards.
Yeah.
I've never. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
I don't know.
I got nothing against him.
Yeah, I get it, but
He's commented on my videos and thanks and likes them. And when like Kai Green commented on my video one time, and
positively.
after, yeah, no, it was cool. I made a video about it for goodness sake. But after an athlete or comments, you cease to not like them, or you cease to hate them. You start to, well, maybe they're all right after all. So
Mhm.
yeah, Nick, I got
Yeah.
nothing against Nick. He's always been.
You know what's really funny about Nick? He does his basically only Instagram now, and he
Mhm.
pretended he was on his own set. He pretended that he was on a podcast with somebody else. He turned away from the camera. He's talking like this, but nobody's there. And like in that
Yeah.
clip, it's only him in that clip. No one, not the person he's interviewing or anything, because there's nobody
Yeah.
there. I just thought that was a little odd. It was. I chuckled. I had a good chuckle at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he can
haven't
be
seen
funny.
any of his stuff after last summer,
I
but
follow him.
I do agree though. He should I think his content was like that the controversy behind it made it interesting. It like really added some depth to the like the bodybuilding news area.
Hmm.
Where like a lot of guys like you guys know Nick Strike the Power obviously, right?
Yeah.
I find that a lot of his stuff nowadays is like very
Can't.
superficial. He doesn't like make a lot of controversial statements.
No.
Which that's the one thing that I liked about him in the past. He would really have that opinion in there. But now it seemed like a lot of people are kind of just doing news
I think that's how he
rather.
got so big. He kind of stayed
Yeah,
casual, and
yeah,
and I think he just is kind of like that now.
yeah,
He's making, it's his job, and when you're around these guys, it's gonna be different.
yeah,
Hmm.
You're
definitely.
not gonna say, "Look at the double, trouble, triple bubble gut on this guy. Wow, he must get into the cookies." Yeah, don't say that if if you're gonna actually talk to the guy in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even I've definitely ramped back on the way I talk about bodybuilders.
Yeah, I just try when I talk about them, I try not to say anything too crazy. Not that I know any of them, obviously, but just because at the end of the day,
No, they
they're
watch it.
people.
They watch.
They
They're
do.
watching your
They're
show.
lurking.
Absolutely. When I first started, I thought it would have been no way would any actual bodybuilders watch my video, and that's kind of why I didn't really care what I said.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
after a while, you figure, no, these people are actual human beings. They have
yeah,
YouTube and they can watch it, and they will.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that I think about it though is just, I try my best to criticize them from an objective standpoint, not from like a personality standpoint. Like, and also try to mention things like, how stress and things like that can impact their peaks and stuff. And how at the end of the day, like you said, they're all humans too. We all make mistakes. We can sometimes come in off, whether that be mentally or physically. And it shows, and you just gotta, I try my best to be like sort of respectful to them while still criticizing their
Well, you
physiques.
you gotta tell it like it is, or your fans are gonna jump on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I try my
So
best to keep that little balance.
fine, yeah, balance.
I always side with the fans more, but I think
Yeah,
because I'm the smallest out of the three of us here, I think the fans come to me for
Your lives
my
have been doing good.
I know
yeah,
they
they
have
have been.
been. We had a good chat actually the other day, and Jake was
Kenton
just
too.
lurking for some
Kenton did
reason.
very well too.
Yeah, I was
Jake,
just
you
there.
should. Yeah, you did one of the lives. I believe you were with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was the other for
Was it two?
Ohio.
Yeah, it was like what, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah,
Something
time
like that.
flies
Yeah.
when
Well,
you're
you
Yeah.
had
dying.
Ron Harris on there, man.
I know that was crazy, and I'm in
That gives
talks with
you a lot of
Giles.
credibility.
I'm
That
gonna
gives
have
you
a.
a lot of credibility.
I think so.
Well,
I'm gonna
no, it
try
does.
to get Giles on.
Giles, yeah, yeah. You're the Giles man.
I love Giles. Giles is so upbeat, and he was like, "Absolutely, mate. Let's do it."
I like how he wears like the silk. I don't know if it's silk, but he wears like the unbuttoned shirt without the tie. It looks like maybe after you had a tie on, you get a little dance in and stuff. He has it flown open a little bit. That's his style, right?
I think it's kind of semi-professional. Jake, if at finals, if we go to the New York Pro,
Yeah.
I'm dressing nicely, and I don't want to be seen with any bum like you. I
Yeah, I
swear,
mean,
you just put
I'm
on a
gonna be wearing,
t-shirt.
I'm gonna be wearing, I'll have my sweatpants on, my gym shirt on, my shaker cup with me too.
Atari
The,
t-shirt.
the
You know,
tradition is you dress up at finals. That's always been the tradition. Even back in Pumping Iron, Matty Ferrigno had like a matching tracksuit on in the morning for prejudging, and then at finals he was wearing a suit. So this tradition, you're always supposed to dress up for finals, Jake.
I'll tell you at the Arnold
There's nobody
Classic
there.
Ohio finals,
Yeah.
like, if maybe that's the case at some of these other shows, but oh my God, at the finals, everyone was either, I was just wearing some regular stuff, but it was really, especially where I was sitting, the people there were not like, you know, what you would quote unquote classy, you could say. There were like there were some kids who were sitting right behind me and my dad, and they were basically just screaming and like moaning for James Hollingshead. It was it was
Must have
average
been family.
average British person.
yeah, it was so. I mean, because I'm also like a kid. I thought it was funny too, but like at the same time, I was like, man, I didn't know people were to dress up for the finals. My dad was dressed. My dad dresses fine or nicer than
He has
me.
some respect for
Um,
himself.
yeah, me. I wear the same. I think I'm wearing the same exact t-shirt that I wore on the last podcast. Maybe even the same pants too. Um, but I have like four t-shirts and three pants for my
Yeah,
whole like
I don't
clothes
have that many
rotation.
clothes.
I
Mark, do
have
you have
more.
that many different clothing items, or are you pretty minimalist?
I have t-shirts that are older than both of you guys. I just wear the same stuff. I don't shop. My wife will buy me clothes,
Yeah, I'm not a
you know.
shopper either.
Yeah,
And
me
I
neither.
have even told her to, I don't need that many t-shirts.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally my mom just buys me clothes and I'll wear them for a couple of years and then
I
I'll
mean,
grow out of them.
I have my good like a one outfit for like funerals or court
And finals.
and finals.
Yeah.
That was a joke about court.
Sport is
I don't mean,
crazy.
yeah, I
You
have
go to
someone
court,
called
it'd be
Hunter
like
Biden.
somebody that goes to court enough that they have clothes set
Yeah. Well,
aside
you
for
have plenty of
funerals and for
assault
court.
charges, so I don't know what you're doing in your spare time.
Well, pro wrestling's assault.
That's why I kind of figured maybe there was like a mix up. That's why I didn't quite not believe you on the assault thing when you said it. So I was like, oh, it doesn't really
And
care. It's
what are you
not.
gonna do? Take somebody to court? He beat me up, but it's a match. Well, no, not really. What do you mean, not really?
Well, he took it too far.
It's happened. You can look them
Yeah.
up on YouTube where there's some pretty good brawls that go on.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty bad, like I don't know if you guys have ever seen this either, but on Instagram, specifically Instagram
I think I
Reels,
know what you're gonna talk about.
yeah, I've seen these wrestling clips where people are like throwing themselves onto like
Yes, yeah, I know.
fluorescent light bulbs and stuff.
I've
I'm not
seen
into
that.
that. I'm
Yeah,
I've
not into that.
seen
See, to
that
me, that's not wrestling.
and
yeah,
these
That's
guys are
one reason
bloody.
why I quit.
These
yeah,
guys are
that
like
it's
bloody. Like it's
crazy to me
literally
though.
just
That's
like torture.
You know why that's not special? Because anybody can do that if you pay them
yeah,
enough money.
yeah,
A wrestler should be somebody that you see and you say, "Wow, look at that guy." Doesn't even matter if you've ever heard of him before.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that's what wrestling was back in my day, like the old days. Wouldn't matter. This guy has to have a look like they call it an airport. Wow. Like you
yeah.
cannot go into an airport without people looking at you like, "Oh my
Hmm.
god."
How
Even
long
the
did you do
smaller
wrestling?
one. What's
How
that?
how long did you do wrestling for?
Um, oh, I started backyard wrestling,
Hmm.
but I started doing it in, like actual in front of people, like in arenas and stuff. I would say 2001, something like that.
Oh wow. So
I
before I
just
was even born.
stopped.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when did you stop, you said?
Maybe 5, 6 years ago.
Oh wow. Okay. Were you still wrestling while making YouTube videos?
I jumped back in maybe once or twice after I started, but I was pretty much done with it.
Hmm. And what made you retire from wrestling?
Just I was getting beat up.
Yeah.
I was more worried about concussions as well than
Hmm.
my actual body itself. The
Yeah, concussions can
accumulation
be
of
super
getting
dangerous.
yeah, yeah, I've had a few and you know, you don't know what might get dementia from them.
Yeah. Yeah, concussions are super scary, especially from like I did back in high school I did a lot of I did track 3 seasons for 4 years and obviously it's not really a contact sport, but those things can set you back. If you get one somehow, you're out for an entire season basically. I mean,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's too dangerous to try to push yourself when your brain is basically recovering like that. So
Not good to mess
safety
around with that, no.
definitely not. I mean, like for me, safe with working out or anything, safety's got to be the number one priority, right? I mean, you never want to get injured.
You're gonna get
Yeah.
injured when you train with me if I come to the New York, bro. It's
I told
gonna
you
be a
about that,
Larry
right?
Wheels situation.
The last
Yeah,
injury I
there's not
had,
much safe about that.
I tore my chest. That was the
Yeah,
last
you told
injury
me
I
that.
had.
For
Yeah.
your pack.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. This was last year. I was doing 70-pound dumbbells on incline and my form was really bad and the dumbbells, you guys see the Charles Griffin clip? Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see
basically
that.
just like that. I got 10 and then it slipped. It slipped like that. And it's not like noticeable. There's nothing there, but didn't train chest for 2 months. I was so scared. A pec tear or any tear for that matter is probably my biggest fear, in terms of ruining your aesthetics or something like that.
Hmm.
And
Just
I was
watch the weight.
so scared. Yeah, I definitely I
70,
think
70 pounds are heavy
yeah,
dumbbells.
I dropped it down. I think I went back to 45 pounds. I worked like today
That's
is
all you need.
chest day for me.
That's all you need.
And no, yeah, definitely. Like I was able to make progress from there and I just kept on going back up to a safe. And now I've been at from the summer, maybe around August till now. So that's what, 5, 6 months. I've been at the same weight, but just keeping my form. I think form's
Mm.
the number one thing for all of my
Yep.
Ah,
exercises, basically.
forget
Rep,
about it.
No,
rep
I can't risk
amount of
the
reps
injury.
too. Just do more
Um,
reps.
yeah, more reps too. So well, actually, it's funny. I was able to, because with incline, specifically just incline, I wasn't going all the way down, but now I focus on going like that full, squeeze all the way down and then holding it and then going back up. And I got myself up to, well, I mean, today's chest, so I'll be trying, maybe I'll do 85 pounds. We'll see. But I'm going to try for 80s for 10, 12, and we'll see how it goes. But are you guys a big fan of like the is it two set split? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, top set, back off set. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I do.
How
The
about
only
you,
thing I
Mark?
do.
What does that entail? What do you mean?
Oh,
Like,
it's like for every exercise you do, you just do 2 sets, like to max to like failure. Like kind of like Mike Menser almost.
no, I don't do that.
What does your split look like, or your sets rather, per every day?
I honestly don't, I will train a muscle group if it is not sore. Like
Yeah.
I write all my workouts down
Mhm.
Mhm.
what I've done for that day.
Yeah.
Like say this day I did chest, triceps, abs and calves. I usually do abs and calves every day at the end.
Mhm.
But if I do chest one day, next day I'll do back. The next day I'll do legs, but it'll be quads, right?
Yeah.
And 3 days from there I'll do chest and back less often as buys and tries. I'll do buys and tries almost every day.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what maybe
Oh
Because
what
they
wow.
can,
that's what I should
as
do.
long as they're not sore.
Sure.
Yeah. I might have to
I'll
start
do,
doing
say
that
I'll do biceps one day, I'll do triceps the next day.
and then just switch on and off like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can handle more frequent, whereas chest I'll do maybe once to twice a week, but quads will only get a workout once a week.
Mm.
Hmm.
And my next leg workout will be a hamstring and glute, which also I'll throw traps in because
Yeah.
traps can be thrown in on delt day, or if you just don't, if everything's sore except for the traps, I'll go out and do traps.
Jake, if
But
I
as
Okay.
send you
far
that
as
squat
as far
machine,
as going, as far as writing down what I'm gonna do, I can't do that
yeah, it's more of a
because
retroactive
I
thing.
if I say I have to work my calves, but I give an extra good calf day and my calves are sore, no way will I even think
Yeah,
about training them
that's
because they're
fair.
growing. They're growing. That means
Yeah.
that means the muscles are torn when
Hmm.
it's sore. You got to feed it some protein.
Hmm.
Wait, Dylan, what were you saying about a squat machine?
Did I send you that pro squat machine, that Roger squat?
I don't think so, but I
Because I
think
got
we
up to
talked
four
about
plates
we
the
said,
other day.
oh,
Will you guys
four
just excuse me
plates.
just for 1 minute?
No problem.
Yes.
No problem.
I apologize. I'll be
No,
right
you're
back.
fine. I'm gonna pull this machine up for Jake.
Roger squat. Is that the one where you put it around your belt or what is
No,
that?
that's
Like,
just the belt squat. Can
okay.
you look at your Instagram right now?
Yeah, of course. I got my phone out.
Of course. Don't give me that.
Of course. You
No,
know me.
of course. I put four plates on there. I don't think it's like a true 405. I'd be surprised if it is because of the way. I don't know because it's not like there's not like any pulleys or anything, but because of the camber or like counterweight or whatever it is, which there really isn't. But
I want to get to 315 for squat. I need to get 315. I had a really good leg day a few days. My legs are today I trained them maybe 5 days ago. Today's the first day that they're not sore. Tomorrow's going to
I
be
love
leg day
that.
again. Like I've been training my legs extra hard, and they've been good. Did you send it to me over Instagram? There
I
we
think
go.
it just sent.
Is this
Yeah.
just bro sent me a stock image? I thought it was gonna be like the video of you hitting 405.
I use my phone for music.
Oh man, this
No.
squat pro. What is so? I don't even see how this. How does where do you? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen these before. I actually think my gym
Yeah.
back home has one of these.
Everyone kept using my Smith press, and I would get livid because I
Yeah,
would just get roid rage. Not really, but I would just get so angry because I just want to work out,
yeah,
and everyone would use the Smith machine for stupid things too. Like if I were the trainer, I'd be like, stop doing bench press on there. We have bench press machines over here that converge. Just do something like that.
yeah.
But we have that Roger squat that no one ever uses. And after I broke my toe, I got back into leg training, but I actually worked up to four plates on that the other night for 15 or 16
15
again.
is crazy. The only thing I think the most I ever hit, I don't really do a lot of heavy stuff really anymore. Like I kind of stopped, but I guess I think I might have done 5 plates on a leg press back at like high school for like reps. But the most I do, I guess all the machines are so different from all the places I've ever worked out at. So like here on like a lat row machine, like with plates, I can do two of them for 12. Whereas back at like home, I can do 3 plates for like 15. It's super weird the way that they all work. So I never really count that, like whatever. I just count my bench, deadlift, and squat, I guess.
Yeah,
So if you're into powerlifting,
Yeah.
that's how they
I'm so
combine
bad at
the
powerlifting.
three.
I don't even
That, that's
do the big
that,
three.
it's I should say like a weightlifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weightlifting is different. I got the clean and jerk,
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
clean and press. That's actually my favorite lift.
I think
Really?
that's really
But
cool.
it's counterintuitive to what I actually do.
Yeah.
But I do it for more of a hobby. But when
Yeah.
you're trying to get into shape for wrestling, like a wrestling match, it y- you need your cardio, and you can't be at peak cardio if you're pushing size, and you can't be that lean either. But you want to look your best. So
Mhm.
I'm coming kind of at that situation right now because
Yeah. It is hard. I mean, I want to I want to lean out for me, but I also want to get, another 5, 10 pounds of muscle on me as well. And it's hard to find that balance, especially for me. I'm not the best at time management, and my dining halls at my school aren't open for that long. So like right now, I guess they're only gonna be they don't even open for another 2 hours, I guess. And I'm starving. I think all I had today was I had 3 biscuits and some chicken gravy, um, right before this podcast. So like it's hard. I do want to get like a bit bigger though. I don't know.
yeah, eating's
Just eat more. I'm gonna
hundred
get
hundred
Yeah,
percent of it. It's
I
a
want to get up
hundred
to
percent of
200,
it.
then cut down again.
200 is I can't even imagine getting to 200. Like for me, the most I think I would ever get up to maybe 170, 180. I think that's what my
I thought
genetics
so
would
too.
allow.
I was like, man,
Like,
a good 180 would be pretty good. Then I did,
yeah,
and I was like,
but
ooh.
I feel like 180 for me at like 15 or maybe not 180, 170 at like 15% body. Because for me, like I've never had the urge to compete. I don't know. I know you'd have the urge to compete, Dylan, but I don't know about you, Mark. But I've never really
Well,
had
too
that
late for
thought.
me now.
You think so? Would you,
Oh yeah,
have
oh
you
yeah.
ever taken steroids before?
Yes.
No,
Oh, you're saying yes for him?
No, no, I'm saying no. I'm saying yes, as in that's
No, you have.
100% factual. That's 100% factual.
Oh, okay,
I have
yes.
video evidence of me not doing steroids.
What,
Saying
like
no,
turning it
saying
down?
no.
No. I've never so much as I drink creatine
Yeah.
and an amino acid.
Hmm.
I do that
I've
too.
I've never considered the amino acid stuff. I've seen it and I've like read a lot of stuff about it. Just don't have the money. Like it's one of those things like I spend my money on gas.
You're a YouTuber, bro. You have all the money in the world.
No, man. I mean, look at me. I'm living out of my car.
Hey,
He
you got
can
But
a
barely show
car.
up for the podcast.
You got a car.
yeah, I do have a car. At least, there's some YouTubers out here who live in boxes.
I got my
Like
very own office.
oh man, yeah, that does look nice. The brick walls too.
Uh,
Oh man.
I got my antique toy collection over there.
That's pretty
I mean
dope,
that
actually.
that actually is the life. Like having the antique like I wish, if I had
You can
when
see
I'm
that
older,
over
if I
there.
could have like my Lego collection or something. All the toys that I wanted when I was a kid, that would be really
What do we
cool to
got?
have.
Like He-Mans and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You got He-Mans. I got an
Oh
Ecto One over
wow.
there.
You know, I
Oh
have
my
two of
goodness.
those because I used to be big into Ghostbusters when I was a kid. My
Ecto
mom bought.
One,
Yeah.
and right there is the yellow one
Yep.
that
Yep.
turns into the monster. There's Beast Man in the red. There's a green guy there. I can hardly see him because it's Moss Man. He's always hiding. My Baywatch poster. Oh, right there.
I thought that was Mean Girls.
No foolishness. No.
Mean Girls
Yeah,
poster.
I got He Man himself back there and a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I've got my back seats. And yeah, my office is pretty cool. There's a sunroof and
Yeah, that
I
is pretty cool, Jake. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know if it's exactly tall enough to finally throw yourself out the window when you're done with your career, but
That's crazy. No, I mean, I'll just drive it off a cliff or something. Never a cliff too high. But what is it called? Oh my God, I was asking about steroids, right?
yeah,
So Mark, if you were into this at a younger age, would you ever consider taking steroids?
I'm of the mindset of if I am good enough to be a bodybuilder, I could probably win some local shows without anything. And
definitely.
Hmm.
if you're trying to push steroids, winning some of these local shows, it's like,
You got to reassess.
you got to
Yeah,
reassess. You got to reassess. I mean, but I was in wrestling when I was started.
yeah,
You guys,
yeah,
I was wrestle. I didn't even consider being a bodybuilder,
Hmm.
nor did I train like one.
yeah. Because I think about it, I personally, I don't think I'd ever do steroids just in terms of like the,
Boo.
like no, it's not. See, it's not that. Like I think it would be cool, especially coming from like seeing like a lot of the kids my age who'd actually like have these crazy physiques and stuff. It does look good, and you kind of almost want to fall for that like peer
Mhm.
pressure. But at the same time, like I have to take into account like the family like health issues and stuff in the past, and like I don't know if it's necessarily worth it for me.
Well,
But
Nah,
you got to understand, it doesn't matter what you're taking; it's a percentage of what you are.
yeah,
yep.
You take everything out of it; these guys are still huge.
yeah,
They're still. That's why they get into it in the first place. There's
Yeah.
plenty of guys that take lots of juice and
and
don't
they're
look like
yeah, they don't look
nothing.
good.
because
Yeah.
they're not willing to diet or eat 40 grams of protein every 3 hours.
Yeah. Because I think about it too. It's like how I wonder like do you need to like I guess for you, Dylan, it's a question for you. Like, did you need to assess like did you have the genetics, I guess to say? Like, did you think before taking it, you were like, I have the genetics to get to this level,
Didn't
so I'm gonna
matter.
do it? Didn't
It still
matter.
doesn't matter. The health issues, they don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Have you do you do like blood tests and stuff like that?
No, because there's oh man. I probably shouldn't have answered that too quickly, but I should. Everyone that is doing steroids should definitely get your blood work. And I
Yeah.
will. I will.
How long have you been on?
I'm not on currently, but I've done
Hmm.
2 cycles. But basically, it would have to be so incredibly bad for me to just give up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like if they're like, oh, something is high, something's, your cholesterol is bad, whatever it may be. It would
Yeah.
have to be extremely bad for me to even consider going back. Because I mean, I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
I don't have much writing on anything else. So
Yeah.
some people look at that, they're like, oh my God, is he suicidal?
Well, I mean, it's like if I feel like it's one of those things where if you have a goal in mind and you can like really see yourself getting to it and you put everything into it, then it's one of those things that you just keep on going. You keep on gunning
Yeah.
for it, and
Yeah.
eventually you'll get to that point. Like for me, I don't know, with YouTube, I guess I started. It hasn't even been a year yet. It's almost been a year.
Yeah.
I made my first video right after spring break. I came back from the Bahamas and I made a video. Right. And like I don't know what I was thinking. I was super bored. I had like a few days left of like the break until I had to go back to school. And you just never really think about it, but then you finally get to there. And like I think it's just one of those things where if you keep on going for it, you'll like find that success. But speaking of
YouTube
steroid,
definitely. I think it is
yeah.
kind of a war of attrition with YouTube. I think if you make good enough videos for long enough, it's just kind of like an outlasting thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you can eventually kind of get your way into an algorithm. Mark, would you agree with that? Because you're,
I would to a point. I've
yeah.
seen channels that just faded into obscurity,
Hmm.
just
But do you think
constantly
if
posting the same.
do you think everyone can have a good level of success if they just keep going, assuming their content is at least decent? Like they're putting out 8 out of 10 videos. Do you think everyone can get some level of success, or there is something else to it?
No, I honestly think I know it sounds
Pessimistic?
like so simplistic, but if you don't have a good voice, if people do not want to hear your voice,
Yeah.
it's probably not going to grow.
Yeah.
Like think of all the other channels like EP09, his voice, it sounds like a radio announcer, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And even desktop, he's got the Australian accent.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
mean,
hear
yeah,
any people.
voice.
Are
Yeah,
you talking
voice
about
is
Mikey's Iron
definitely.
Rage?
Mikey's Iron Rage.
Did
Yeah,
you
that's
have
what
beef with him?
I.
He had a beef with me.
No, you had beef with him, Mark. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard through the grapevine.
Yeah. No, he was a video pirate.
Really?
Oh,
What did he? I
He
remember.
would just and I would talk to the guy like I'd give him NPC News Online websites or whatever. No, here's your pictures, Mike, because I could see him stealing other people's videos. But
like
he
taking
talked to me.
screenshots?
So, yeah, yeah, like Muscle Mutant, whatever. And then I'm pretty sure it was WrestleMania, Mr. Olympia, WrestleMania. I always do that. Mr. Olympia 2020. My
Hmm.
views exploded, right?
Yep.
It was like, wow, look at all these comparisons. So what Mikey did, he went and screenshotted all my comparisons.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a total, jerk. I'm not gonna give him any copyright strikes or anything like
You
that. Because
should.
I know his channel's swarming with other people's footage anyway. So I made a video because I messaged him and I said, Mikey, man, you asked me, or I give you the pictures. Can you be that lazy that you don't want to set them up? Even if the guy had actually said, can I screenshot your videos?
Yeah.
Like, this is supposed to be your friend, right? And I'm like, "Jeez, Mikey, why? Why would he do that?"
I almost screenshotted one
Yeah.
of your videos, but I didn't have time marks because
Hey, honestly, man, that wouldn't even bother me.
I
It was
was going to
just
tell you about it, but the Raphael versus Crizzo thing, because those are my two favorite guys. I didn't even think about that
if he had
comparison.
shouted me out, if he had shouted me out, if he had
Oh, I was
said,
going to, yeah.
I took these screenshots from Mark's Max Muscle, wouldn't
Yeah.
have cared
Yeah.
at all. Wouldn't have bothered me at all. But the fact that
Jake doesn't even
He had
credit the people he takes the photos from.
Okay. I mean, I didn't even know where I had this find when I first started the pictures, I would find them. It took me hours to find these pictures. I would find them on like deep Instagram websites and stuff.
I know.
Like I
That's how I used to
no
start doing it
clue.
too.
I think actually for you, Mark, I found like the site that you used to find pictures
The
in one of
Russian
your
one.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Russian
I
one.
think I sent that to you at one point in
Yeah.
time.
And oh my God, that was so helpful.
Yes.
Like it saved
If
so
I
much
if I
time.
had known about that when I first started, and you can even click on if there's a number beside it, it shows the picture even larger. You got that
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah,
when
Yeah.
yeah.
I first hit that site, I didn't know that. You
Yeah. There's
click
so
on the
much like
number.
I mean for the longest time too, I was using this the site completely in Russian. I didn't know you could translate it. So I
You
just got a
can.
custom.
I don't even do it anymore. I don't even
Yeah, you just know
translate
it.
it
You just know
anymore.
it by heart.
I can almost read the
Yeah.
Russians, like it says Olympia or Arnold Classic.
Yeah, and you can just figure it out. I love that. I mean, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm doing a video. I have to get it out sometime, either today or tomorrow. It's Hadi Chupin, like the most. I think I'm doing the Arnold, Ohio one versus Lee Priest, 2006 Ironman, and just being able to find the pictures from what is the site
Lee
even
Priest,
called? Yeah, for
you
Lee
got
Priest
them?
on there. Yeah, I got them. I will say it's surprisingly hard to find some of these pictures for Lee Priest from that show because on the thing. I think there was only like a most muscular I could find, and I had to go into like the deep web to find some of these other pictures. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And I'm always really shocked how first like something like bodybuilding, which isn't that obscure really at this point, right? There are so few pictures of these guys, especially from like the best eras of bodybuilding, and even less video footage, for that matter. Um,
Yeah, I'm waiting for the day
Oh,
I get a
it's
copyright strike
crazy.
because of mine.
you know,
Throughout the 80s, it's almost impossible. All Lee
yeah,
Haney's reigns, like all these pictures are you taken from an angle like this, and you're
yeah.
supposed to do a comparison with it, and it's like it just doesn't work.
That's why I
Even
can't like I haven't done a single video on the 80s apart from maybe 81 Olympia and 1980 Olympia because they're pretty controversial. Haven't done a single other one because the pictures are so bad.
yeah,
In terms of the angle, the quality is not bad, but it's just the angle, which sucks.
Yeah.
foolishness. Who wants to watch a bodybuilding show from Bob
From the
Ciccarello's point
side.
of view?
Yeah. Oh man. But
I
oh, what were
think
we?
we should probably move on into what the what the podcast was actually supposed to be about. I'm a terrible host.
No, that was a good. We had
I've
some
let
good conversation
I've
though.
let this go on for
People
too
like that.
long.
People like that. It's like Dennis James. He had Ron Harris. You guys see that one?
I did not.
They're talking about whatever, and Ron's like, "We haven't started recording yet, have we?" He's like, "Yeah, man, this is the show." Dennis is like, "This is the show," and he's like, "Oh, well, what's the subject?" We don't have a subject. We just talk. We just talk.
We just
And
talk.
uh,
It's the
and Ron's
best.
like sitting there. He's kind of by the book. If he's making a video about the subject, he's going to
Yeah.
talk about the subject,
Mhm.
and that's just the way he is. And Dennis is rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, those guys you do kind of want to hear about their personalities more because they are the bodybuilders. I don't think anybody, maybe some people out there want to hear about what we're training, but I mean, probably less than, Dennis James, of course.
Yeah. No, there are some guys that I could just listen to though, like just more so about like their lives rather than the topics, like
Yeah.
Arnold, Jay Cutler, Ronnie.
I do like the Cutler cast. That's the only one I
Yeah.
watch every single episode of. I think Milos is my favorite to listen to, and Jay is all
Mhm.
right, but him and Manager Matt is even pretty good as well.
I like
Yeah.
Milo because he sounds like Joe Weider.
Yeah, he actually does a little bit. I like him
Yeah,
because he's not afraid to say what he wants to say.
well,
I
that's
like
just it.
that.
That's just
Um,
it. He
yeah,
asked Dorian Yates about what happened in '94, and Dennis James gets up and you excuses himself.
walks out.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
man.
because he's like, "Oh no, 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 no," and
Yeah.
Dorian lights a joint. He's like, "All right, what were you saying about '94, Milos?"
I'm not a big podcast guy, but I'll tell you, I love watching. Do you guys ever see the Jay Cutler like jaywalking videos? They're like pretty short. He
Yeah,
just talks about his life.
he just
I,
takes a
I
walk
like
and
those
talks.
videos. Yeah, I actually for some reason those videos I had it
Walking
like
around.
yeah, just walking
Yeah,
around his walking his
yeah, the
dog. He walks
cardio.
his dog.
He
And
used to have a dog he trained with, Scruffy or
yeah,
something he called it.
yeah. I think I've seen those older videos of him. Oh man, Jay Cutler, definitely one of the top bodybuilders in my mind. Maybe even the best in terms of personality
In
or just
personality,
likability.
yeah, yeah. Because
Um,
I've gone as so far as to call him overrated.
yeah. You know,
And it got me heat, but I
Ooh,
love the guy. I'm not saying that he is any less of a person. All I'm saying is here there's been a couple of situations. 2007, was
Yep,
he the
yep.
greatest Olympia champion of all time? No, not even
Nope.
close. Not even close. And his other '09, he looked great. '09, he looked great. 2001, he looked great. Other than that, I don't know. He was good enough to win, I guess.
You know,
But
I think he was
2001, he never won.
like 2005. I actually think I loved your videos on I think it was like finding the best Jay Cutler or something like that. That was a long time ago you made those.
Oh
And
yeah,
the 2005 version of him, really good. You know, his
he's
waist might have
big.
been a little bit blocky, but man, his quads were diced. He looked amazing. And the arm imbalance wasn't as noticeable as in, you know, like something like 2009. But yeah, you know,
Legs
2006,
as well.
2007, he wasn't at his best, in my opinion. 2006 was fine, right? But nowhere near 2009, 2001 in terms of like that wow factor and just blowing you away, you know. But man, I would love to just have a conversation with Jay Cutler. I think that's one of my goals in the future.
Hey Jake,
Um,
$500,000 or dinner with Jay Cutler?
oh, dinner with Jay Cutler. What am I gonna do with $500,000? What do you even do with $500,000?
Buy
Come on,
another
man.
I would make
headset?
money.
Buy another head. Wow. Is it that bad? Is it
Right.
that
No,
bad?
no, no. I'm joking.
You're gonna see next
Jeez,
time I'm gonna come back.
I would
What
love to have the money. Buy a snow cone machine, a couple of
snow cone
hats.
machine?
Buy some Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Buy some big.
Some Muppets.
What type
Get
of
some
hats?
Muppets. Oh,
Muppets?
yeah, get some Muppets, a Kermit.
Oh man, get Kermit. Oh man, just
Maybe
have him
maybe a
on
statue.
a
I'd buy a
statue.
Yeah.
I'd lease a Bugatti. I don't even think they lease
You know
Bugattis.
what? I would. You know, cars wise, I don't know if you guys are big car people. I don't know
Eh,
if you guys are into that. Do you
I
guys
have an
have
Ecto
a?
One right there. I told you, Ecto One.
Oh really?
I mean,
You
it's
like
Yeah,
in
he said he has two of them. He's like, I'm not impressed. I get two.
given my family lineage, I do really like Hellcats.
I got a
Hellcats?
I got a faster car right here than any of those cars.
Oh,
D-
you guys are sleeping on the car I'm in right now.
Uh,
2 horsepower. Two
hold on.
horsepower.
2006 Honda Civic
Is it a
Yes.
Civic?
No, it's not.
Accord.
It's a 2000 Mitsubishi Highlander. Oh no, that's not a car. I made one up. Sorry. I know.
Yeah.
What car do you think it is?
Looks like a minivan.
Did I
Can I have the make?
the brand or the year?
Yeah, the brand.
Uh here, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Can you see that this little guy right here?
No.
Okay, it's a Swedish flag.
Oh, Benz?
Volvo.
Yep. Oh, Mark got it.
Volvo. Swedish.
I was about to say Benz. I thought that was
Benz is
I'm
German, isn't
German.
it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
I'm part
Yeah.
Swedish. I'm part
Are you
Swedish.
actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, sweet. No, this car was the number this was like the safest car for the year. Not like last year, but like when the year that it came out. And
What are
my
They
you, a
are
parents were
woman?
safe.
like big on the
They were
safety.
always safe. They got the little
Yeah.
windshield wipers on the
On the
headlights too, don't they?
headlight. Yeah. There this car, I mean, it's gotten me through thick and thin. Like I
Swedish
remember
television.
Yeah,
where
definitely too thin right now.
okay, that you didn't need to say that. No, I mean, I won't lie though, like these cars nowadays, like I where I go to college, it's very far from my home, so I'll have to drive like, you know, 7 hours to get home. By the
Dang.
time I'm like an hour away, I'm already tired. But the car will just keep me like one time. Okay, you know what? This is super incriminating. Like one time I was driving and there's like a
Fall asleep.
turn and I was like so tired that I forgot to turn the wheel, but the car turned it for me. So like yeah, it's super safe.
Are you joking? Is that like a self-driving car? That's a joke.
No, it's not a self. No, no, it's like well, most cars have it nowadays.
Oh,
It's like the
it just turned it for me.
no, no, you know the
Lying.
it's no, it's the
And
what's
I
it,
don't get
lane
the
check,
joke.
lane assist. That's not a joke. It's the you know the lane assist or whatever, lane keeping.
No, I like to drive my car.
Okay, I like being safe, but here I see we have Fernando Arroyo's little
Fernando
comparison.
Arroyo's a G.
Yeah,
He's
he is the G. He
he has
actually is.
everything. Everything.
Yeah,
But
he's cool.
we should actually get I think we're an hour in or something
Yep,
like
we are
that.
an hour. I told some of my friends that I would start doing some homework with them at 4, but looks like I'll be talking
Well,
about this, which I
well,
don't care.
It's
good
425.
because you were going to be held hostage.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've already accepted my fate. Don't worry.
So
Um,
Arnold UK, let's go over the top five. And by top five, I mean top four because fifth was Emmanuel
Classic.
Riccati.
Yep,
Yeah.
know nothing about him, unfortunately.
Look,
But
he
he
I
has
looked
a good
had
good.
this
physique.
so wrong. I have this so wrong. If you guys seen my first call out video,
Who did you
I
have
did
in
not.
first?
I
Urs.
thought honestly, I wasn't too clear on the matter, but I thought Urs was gonna win.
Really? You know, I don't have you at fault for saying that. I thought Urs was gonna at least be second, if not
Urs looked
first.
better than he did at the Arnold, Ohio from the live stream and pictures.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, so you always have to say that, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think it
know,
was
man.
noticeable enough that I think you
And
could say that
Yeah.
comfortably from the live
Breon looked
stream.
better in Ohio, I thought.
Everyone says that he didn't, but I agree with you, Mark. I
Yeah.
thought the
If,
I
legs.
if
thought
you're
he
there, if you're there and you're arguing with me, you win because I wasn't there.
Sure.
I think he looked about like I don't know, I didn't really notice too much of a difference. Maybe his legs were a bit down, but I thought he still had the cuts and everything. He
I will
looked pretty
prove
good.
it. I will
Yeah.
prove it.
He just looked small compared to Urs, whereas in Ohio
Yeah.
he didn't when he was
Well, I
standing next
think
to him. Might have been the angle of the shot, right?
it was definitely the legs. Urs was not full in those quads at the Ohio, which was like the number one thing that you could I think many people noticed. And I mean, look at
This
the
is
posing.
Ohio.
Yeah, this is
This is
Ohio.
Ohio. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, he
I'll
looked like he
bring
has more pop, more wow.
I'll
Yeah.
bring
It
the
was
UK up after this.
definitely the
But
lights though. Definitely the lights. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the first thing I
Well, it
noticed
is
from seeing the
foggy.
stream.
It's foggy in the UK, right?
and they had the fog going just slightly. I don't know if you caught
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
They were just a little bit of
Boo! No
yeah.
fog in bodybuilding.
Yeah,
The
Maybe it
air
was
we're
has
just the
to be
humidity.
clear.
Maybe just
Needs
that's
to
how
be clear.
British air is. Very
Oh,
cool.
was that just them opening the door?
Yeah, because
Oh,
Britain isn't
they
a
should
real
have went to
place.
Dublin,
And it was
to Ireland.
Birmingham too. I've heard bad things about Birmingham. They're
Oh,
like,
no,
don't
put the
go down
British
to
out.
Birmingham on a Tuesday, mate.
Tuesday in it. Yo, but he
Is that your British accent? Yeah.
I don't have one. I mean, are British people even real?
British people,
I
no,
believe
they're
they
not.
are, yeah.
They can't be real.
It
What
can't
is
be
it
Yes, they
real.
called though?
are.
Uh, Breon's physique, just looking at it though, is actually crazy. Like I feel like he goes super unnoticed a lot of the time.
Definitely
But
now at this
I
point,
mean,
after the Ramon and Urs hype that we got in
yeah.
2021, now he kind of got left behind because he's
But
not the
I'm
talk of the
happy that
town anymore.
I'm happy that he plays second though. Like even though, Urs could have, maybe should have placed second, I think this gives Breon like a much needed morale boost to like really
Sure.
bring it to the Olympia. I mean, yeah, you can really
Okay.
see like maybe his quads
Yeah.
don't look that full, and especially when standing next to Urs, who had quads that were extremely massive.
Yeah,
I
I would
mean, like,
note the sweep and the overall pop and then
yeah,
go back to Ohio.
yeah, especially on that quad that's standing straight.
Yeah. I like his quads better here just because
Yeah,
I think they
I
pop
mean,
just a little bit more and have the better cuts, but
yeah, the sheen also helps a lot. I
for
mean, the
sure.
lighting and the
For
sheen that
sure.
really brings it out.
Gene, he says.
Well, look at how like flat the tan looks, or the I guess the oil
The
looks.
lack of oil, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look the same. It's really noticeable on Wesley too, on the lighter
Yeah.
guys. But yeah, I thought Breon looked pretty good. Definitely didn't have that same sting now that I'm looking at the pictures up close. But I mean, he looked great, I thought.
I thought he should have beat Urs in Ohio.
I would have it
Yeah,
flipped at the UK though, but I agree with you, Mark.
yeah. No, I think I had Breon beating Urs in one of my videos. I don't remember honestly. That was a little while ago.
Oh,
Uh,
do not watch mine and Dylan's prediction video
who
on the
did you
Arnold.
guys have?
On the
Uh,
Arnold, we had
the
Samson winning.
classic. I'm talking. No, I'm talking the classic.
Oh
We
yeah, we
were
had Wesley in like
so
fourth,
off
fifth.
fifth.
No, we had
Fourth?
Wesley behind the bowl.
Wow.
We
I
had that so wrong. It's not even funny.
I didn't I'm bad at making prediction videos because I don't know,
Oh,
I'm bad at making predictions, but my dad and I spoke about it and we had Wesley beating Michael just because his I mean I don't know if you
the
guys watch
shape.
his videos. Well, I was watching his I mean the shape, but his posing looked really improved. I was watching all of his videos leading up to the Arnold. He looked insane. I mean I had him in my mind in like third even potentially or higher
No
because
one had him higher than that. I mean, realistically, some fans may have had him in third, but I
no,
don't think many people had him.
yeah, I'm just a big fan of Wesley, and I've been a big fan of him just as like from a fan perspective. And if you watch his like day out video from the Arnold Classic, Ohio, he was
Mhm.
posing in like a hallway of the actual like expo building.
Mhm.
He like I've never like it looked he looked insane, like ridiculous. And that's when I thought in my mind like he might actually, get second or something like that. I didn't think he was going to beat Ramon though. Even at the prejudging,
Nobody did.
I
Nobody
thought,
did.
I thought
prejudging he
Ramon had
looked
the
great.
edge there
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. I mean, Ramon was clearly off from what he was at the Olympia, but I
But
still
was
thought
Wesley that
he might.
improved? That
I
was something. That's something I want to
Well,
bring up.
that's the thing. I always kind of thought Wesley should have been getting better spots anyway.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
I
now
mean,
they put him way ahead. It's like, well, yeah, he looks
This
good.
may just be me, but I think he was benefited more by the changing and maybe the judges just paying more attention to him, whatever it is, versus actual improvement. He was improved from the Olympia for sure, but to leapfrog every single one except for Chris Bumstead at Ohio and then do it again in the UK, I don't see that quantity of improvement. So I think, maybe he was overlooked and now he's getting more praise. I don't really know. What
Yeah,
do you guys think?
I
likely what
mean,
I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
Daboul, what happened to Daboul? Did he get sick or something?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's what Kinston did. It said in his
Henson made a
video.
video. It said he
I didn't even
upchucked on
notice.
the stage.
I didn't even notice when I was watching. I didn't know. Oh, I didn't watch prejudging. I only watched the clips after. So yeah, I didn't watch the full thing.
So what happened to him, you said on stage?
He
What
like
He
what
upchucked.
Oh,
he,
really?
he like went off onto the side and was like keeled over, but like you couldn't see
Really?
much. Yeah,
Oh man.
but it looked like
I
it was
mean,
throwing up.
because I thought he looked pretty good. I mean,
I thought he looked great after prejudging.
Better
like,
here than in Ohio. And he said Ohio he was off by his own standards because
yeah,
he
he
brings that
wasn't.
stellar conditioning.
Yeah, he wasn't at that crazy level of conditioning. And here, I mean, look at it. He might have the most strided glutes next to Urs, but
Yeah. In
he
terms
still
of
needs to
bodybuilding
work.
qualities, he wins. Like
Yeah,
in muscularity and shreddedness, he definitely wins. But
I mean, the side chest, he looks super dense too in the upper body. Just it
he's just
sucks for
missing that
him.
classic element.
Yeah, he does not look classic. His posing is not the best. Doesn't hide his weaknesses that well. Definitely, I will say he's improved his posing a lot, but
Yeah.
and his legs too. He needs more sweep to his quads from the front.
I would disagree. I think maybe that's a fullness issue because usually he has it. Like his legs are actually
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
Yeah,
he was not really that full, and he didn't he lacked a little bit of pop that I usually see. And being
yeah,
sick, that's obviously if you're sick,
yeah.
you know,
That makes sense.
you're not going to have that extra little.
This might have been the one show in the most recent time that I haven't like followed that closely, just because of like what's been going on for just
Yeah.
like at school and stuff
The
like that. I've
Arnold
got like
UK, you
midterms.
mean?
Yeah, the Arnold UK. I fought
No,
the
the
Arnold
Ohio.
Ohio. I was
Yeah,
following that one to like a
Yeah.
T. I mean, that was a
This
great
was
show.
this was
Yeah,
before the Austria Pro last year.
yeah, yeah. And here you can see, his wow, yeah, his quads look great. He looks super full.
And
Um,
this is technically what he says here, empty stomach, flat depleted. I just, I think maybe the rest of him fills out maybe before the legs, you can't
yeah,
dictate where the carbs go.
yeah. I still think, he's underrated in my opinion.
I would agree.
I really like his physique. Um, even though it doesn't look classic, there's just something about it that I like. Just I wish he could pose a little bit better.
Yeah, he kind of shakes a
Um,
lot.
yeah. I would honestly like to see him hit like a symmetrical front double bicep too. I think that might help him out a little bit. Kind of
I
like
I
how
think
think
Urs switched it up.
I think his torso looks like a classical.
You think his torso looks I think
Yeah, like
I
right here, he kind of looks like the Arnold Schwarzenegger torso in a
I
way.
guess I do like it in his front relaxed pose. I like,
yeah.
I really do like that. But I would just like to see how Urs hits the front double here very frontally straight on. I'd like to see what that looks like for Michael to see if it,
So
changes anything a
symmetrical.
little bit. Yeah, just fully symmetrical from left to right. Like to see
Without the
what that looks
twist.
like. Yeah,
Yeah.
without the
The
twist. Just to
tilt.
see what the difference is. Not saying it
He
looks
likes the
bad,
twist.
but I
He
guess
likes the
yeah,
twist.
he likes the twist. The side chest looks pretty good for him though in the upper body. Um,
Yeah, I got no
back,
problem with Daboul.
me neither. I just think he's going up against stiffer competition than he can
And
put
more
himself up
classic
against.
guys. I think he's
Yeah.
just as complete as anybody else out there, to be
Oh,
honest.
100%, 100%. I mean, he beats Urs in the back, in my opinion, but from the front and the side, it's close
Yeah,
between
in
them.
yeah, in
And the lower half
totality.
too.
Yeah, the lower
Yeah,
half.
the
Yeah.
lower half's pretty good for hers. Another
Yeah.
guy like that is Mike Sommerfeld is
Yeah.
He may be going to
overlooked
open now.
sometimes. Mike is.
I think
He
so.
is.
No.
I'm pretty he was massive and he definitely I think he teased the idea on his YouTube, but I didn't watch the video because he does a lot of his videos in German. But I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't even know he was German. Jeez. I just
No way
completely
is
missed
he
that.
going to open. Oh my goodness.
Well, he kind of I always said this the same thing like I did about Wesley. He just seems to be able to carry more mass. Even than the guys in the same weight class, he looks to just be bigger than them.
He
Like his
wears
Yeah.
those
180
long
is different.
socks. You ever see the socks he wears?
Yeah. I think it's
He
because
always
like
wears those socks. Oh, there, right there. Yeah,
I
I don't think this is open class.
I just think he would run into the same issue as someone like Regan Grimes if he were to go to the open. Like those arms, he doesn't have the peakiest biceps.
He is looking big, I will say that.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
he was already close to his weight cap from what I understand. I mean he's not that tall. Like
No,
his
he's
weight cap's
not.
around
That's
like
that's kind of what hurt him in classic, I think,
it's
because he wasn't that
190 at
tall.
most, and it's probably lower than that. Oh, that men's wellness division, we can talk about that. Um,
Don't get Dennis James talking about that.
what did
he
he
is
say?
looking massive. Wow.
He gets so mad about that.
I swear, he hasn't confirmed it. I think he's teased it though.
It's just the shape, the condition that he's in there. He's gonna have to lose a lot of weight to get to condition because he's very soft.
Sergio Oliva says this is open class size. I hate you.
That's him saying it's open class size.
Is it really going to open now?
No,
Let's see. Yeah.
I Yeah, because if you were to, yeah, I agree with Mark. If you were to cut down here,
he's gonna lose a
he's
lot of
yeah, a
size.
lot of size, a lot of
He's
size. I mean,
soft like a marshmallow. He's soft, like
yeah,
just soft. For a normal person, this is a ripped person.
yeah,
But for a bodybuilder, there's
soft. What is this like?
Lou,
What do you think?
Lou
10,
Ferrigno
like
boots.
15% body fat? What do we think? Like
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah,
between
Yeah.
like
Because there's
13,
a lot of
14.
muscle under
15 to
there.
20. 15 to
Yeah,
20.
But he
Yeah,
has
when
an
you're
issue
that
with
muscly,
water.
when you're that muscular, you can get away with being 20%. You'd still look like decent.
yeah. Just because you have like the outline and everything like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Exactly.
But guys, he's hitting open poses. That means he's going to open.
I've seen actually Wesley hit a rear lat spread at the Arnold UK.
Yeah, he hits a doesn't he hit one when he's transitioning from the front to the back or something like that? He does like a weird
Oh,
he puts his arms behind his back when he does the after he does the rear double, he puts his arms behind his back and sort of hits a semi
A
like
semi.
rear lat spread.
rear
Not
lat. Yeah,
not yeah. Oh man,
yeah.
I wish they did
He's
all the mandatories. I don't know why they don't.
I'm glad that they don't. I think they should throw in like the front lat spread though.
they should
I
throw in the front lat spread. It's a classical pose.
Yeah.
yeah,
And they
but
all
then
do it. Every
I'd
one
like
of
to
them.
see the side tricep,
Two front,
Breon
two
does
back.
that one now.
the
But you
side
got to have the
tricep.
abs and thigh. You got to have the abs and thigh as well.
They should make the
Yeah,
vacuum mandatory.
There was no side tricep back in the old days, believe it or
Yeah.
not.
really. I did not know that.
Mark, I've been meaning to ask you this. When was the most muscular added to the official
2004.
poses? 2004.
2004.
Yeah. Because
That's
I
just
know,
my guess. That's my guess. If I'm wrong,
Oh,
I'm wrong.
I always thought it
I
was
hope
like
you are.
19. I thought it was like 1998 or something like that. I always thought it was like I knew it wasn't
No.
there for Dorian Yates. Um, but I thought it must have been added. Maybe it
I
was
think it
added in
was.
like the
I think it
posing
was 2004 because of
Challenge
that
round.
like challenge round. Yeah.
challenge round.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That definitely makes sense. They should bring that back. No one's
No,
saying it has to count. No one's saying it has to
no,
count.
so
I think
foolish.
No, that's so you can okay.
I think it
You
was
can
fun. I think it was fun,
It's
but
fun,
thank you
but
for another check. They're just
anybody,
giving out money for posing.
if you're hitting the right poses against the right people, you don't really have to lose. It should be
yeah,
who's
yeah.
the total. Like Ron, if you watch the one Ronnie won, it was pretty
He
rigged.
won the abs and thighs against the couple guys.
Yeah, he won
Like
the abs and thighs against Dexter the Blade
that's
Jackson.
crazy. That's crazy.
Who's judging this one? Like,
Well, didn't they have for the challenge round they had like a representative on that judging panel like from a fan's perspective.
I thought the old guys were judging them.
That I think that's true. I think that's true, but I think there was like an element
And
of
that's why they all
fans
voted for
influence there.
Gustavo Bedell because Gustavo Bedell won it,
Yeah.
but it wasn't for the Olympia title that year.
I think they should do something like that. If they're going to give out like like a most muscular war or something, they can. I mean, the
It's
Olympia
very
lineup's already
time
stacked.
consuming. It's
Yeah,
just
it
very
is.
time
I don't think
consuming.
the Olympia could do it. The Arnold could. The Arnold has time, but
They're
Yeah.
they're just not exactly organized, and the Olympia, the bodybuilding has never been super organized in
no.
that sense. And I think it stems from back in the old days where the bodybuilders would tell them, okay, now we're ready.
There
Now
was
we're
less of them too. There was, 3 guys at the Olympia in the 70s. Well, in
maybe
in the tall
no
class, and then there'd be more in
up
the
to
shorter.
five.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got rid of that in like 1980.
Someone on my channel actually said they should look to bring a height class back to classic. I'm not
I've
directly
I
opposed.
I've always said that they should do a 212 and open finals
Like together.
And then merge them, like have like the top
at
two
the
guys
end.
from each
Two,
kind of
two
compete.
twelve, 212 against the open Olympia at the end of the night, and throw in the classic guy as well for an overall Mr. Olympia title.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Because
cool.
that's what they used to do back in Pumping Iron. That's why
Yeah.
Franco faced off against Arnold at
Yeah.
the end for the Mr. Olympia title. Arnold
Yeah.
never won the Mr. Olympia by beating Lou. He won the Olympia heavyweight
Yes.
open class, tall
Yeah,
man.
Franco was his final competition there.
Franco was the final competition because he won 212 or under 200-pound
Under 200,
class.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the idea of them splitting it up into classic, at least into height class. I kind of like also the idea of them having, they may not have to group every 212 competitor and open competitor together, but if they took like the top five from each and, kind of had some overlap there, or maybe the top five from 212 and then the top 10 from the
Yeah.
Olympia overlap.
I'd only like to have the top two because it gets confusing.
Sure.
Because if you look at the 78, 79, it was so screwed up that it did not make sense. You had tall men, short men. You had
Mhm.
them listed, their placings. And then at the end, they did the pose down and then the placings switched up from that. They're even so far as to say a guy that lost to a guy in the open class in the finals, he beat him. And it's like, how does that make sense?
Mhm.
They should, if they wanted to do the two weight classes, you can only do the winners of each at the end.
Yeah, you got it because then you'll definitely run into issues like that.
Yeah, you run
You'll
into
be like, well,
issues.
this guy could have beaten that guy, but they weren't even compared, or he didn't get the option to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it gets too many guys. It gets too confusing. That's why they have call outs.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see
But if
here.
212 was going to do that, they'd have to give them at least 220.
Uh, yeah, for some of them, most of them,
Yeah.
because as is, yeah, uh,
But hey, look who's winning the Olympia titles. 212 guys.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And Derek, he only took a year off in between,
Yeah.
not even really,
He
not
was
even a
he
full
was
calendar year.
cutting to get to 212 though,
Yeah.
granted.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think they should get rid of 212 altogether and just have one
Yeah.
open class?
Let's
Yeah.
drop it back to 202.
202.
Hey, that would maybe
That
I
would
don't know.
give I think that might actually that would be interesting because it would give someone like Sean Clarita more of a chance, against a guy like Keon, who, in my opinion, should move to the open.
You
Because it's
think?
basically this. I think so. I mean, he has the same height, basically, same stature as a guy like Derek or Hadi, similar width,
Yeah, but
great genetics.
you gotta think though, Derek was so conditioned from behind that
Yeah,
he
and
can
that's
compete with these open class guys.
yeah.
If Keon comes up, he's not gonna be any more ripped than he is now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's why it would be good for him to maybe spend a couple more years, few years, learning his condition, winning these titles and stuff like that
Yes.
until he moves up.
Yes.
But ultimately, I think he should move up to the open.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
with a structure like his, I mean, his only flaw is his midsection, but he can pull a vacuum. So does it even matter?
Oh,
It's like
that's not a cure-all. I get
I
it. I
think
get what you're saying, but I hate when a lot. I read this comment earlier. Derek has the best midsection currently. Like, no, he doesn't. Not even
No, he doesn't.
yeah,
close.
No,
He
he
has a
doesn't.
good
Hadi
vacuum.
easily.
Yeah,
Hadi easily has the
I would
best
say an
midsection.
overall midsection, I'd probably give the edge to Andrew Jacked because this is a bit.
Really?
Actually, now that Hadi's waist has come down, I think he can actually take
I
that
mean,
title
Yeah,
now.
I'd agree with you on Andrew if not for his last performance. I was not
yeah,
impressed by his last performance.
He just
His
doesn't do
abs
yeah.
were
well at the
not nowhere
Olympia.
near.
Does
His
well
Look at his
everywhere
abs.
else
midsection
but the
was
Olympia.
Look at
not
his
that good at
abs
the yeah.
at the Tampa.
Texas?
Peel, Texas,
Yeah.
Texas, sorry.
Peeled. They were great.
Yeah.
But I still say Hattie has the best midsection in my opinion.
I
Best
mean,
abs for sure. And I think now
He
that
can
it's
do vacuums
brought
too.
down, yeah,
He can do vacuums
yeah.
too.
I mean, you also got to look at it. I think about it a lot from the side too. Like if you look at his side tricep,
hmm
Andrew Jack doesn't have that. I mean, in the side, like the
He doesn't really
actual
lock it in.
side,
No.
like you, it's not just for me. It's not just about the genetics. It's about like the control too. And Hadi also has like that insane serratus and those crazy obliques, and
hmm
it's
Yeah.
all taper. There's no spillage.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
all
now.
very
It's a
complete.
good midsection
Yeah, probably the honestly one of the best in history. I
of
think.
all time. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Sean Ray maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Sean Ray had some really good,
Lee Priest.
yeah, Lee Priest too. I'm doing that. Well, actually, funnily enough, so I think I said I was doing that comparison. I'm going to post it sometime today or tomorrow,
mhm.
whenever I get around to recording it. But Lee Priest's midsection did not hold up well against Toddy's for that specific version. He
Depends on
might,
what version you use.
yeah, I used the Iron Man one, and in terms of
Yes.
raw genetics, his abs were obviously better, but you know,
It wasn't as peeled.
yeah, not as peeled. The details in the
No.
side weren't there. I mean, the comparison is kind of, I never say a comparison is useless, but I mean, Hadi absolutely destroys him. Like
I
it's
can't
not
wait to
like,
comment under that video and say, why would you even do this?
yeah, I mean,
97 his abs were real good.
they were good. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll have to switch it up and do that one instead,
Yeah,
or in
it'll
the
be some
future.
waste of time
Don't use
otherwise.
Yeah.
2003. Whatever you do not use 2003.
Which was the year where he was just so off at the Olympia? Was that 2003?
2003.
What about
Softer than a bar of soap.
was he good at 02? Because I always get those
He
two
was
mixed up.
awesome in '02.
Yeah,
'02 was
okay.
maybe his best, one of his best.
What did he place? Do you know?
2002.
Or did he get
He
DQ'd?
got no, he got fifth,
Fifth?
sixth.
Yeah, okay. Did he ever
He got
get disqualified? I'm not too like familiar with Lee Priest. He just
no,
got banned from the IFBB
he
or
got
something
banned
like
from the
that.
IFBB
Yeah,
because
okay, that's right.
they did these interview things a long time ago, and they
Mhm.
blanked out their faces with those old murder
Yeah,
interview things,
change the
and
voices
Yeah.
up a
you
little.
could still tell it was Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that one.
buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. He was still
Yeah.
saying lightweight and everything. Lee Priest said, "Nah, don't cover my face. I don't give a
hmm
crap. I'll tell him whatever I want, you know. No sense of
Yeah.
being a liar."
And even with the anonymity, I am definitely more inclined to believe Lee Priest than the guys that did were anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee Priest is never afraid to say what's on his mind. That's one thing that
No.
I do like about him.
Paints his nails though.
Yeah, I mean, but he has the best, like some of the crazy genetics. I could
When
look
I was in
past
high
that.
school, a lot of kids painted their nails.
Really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it is kind of a times
It
thing.
was the Nirvana era.
Sure,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He wears eyeliner sometimes as well.
Lee Priest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever
I
floats your
wear
boat.
pink socks. I wear pink socks.
Hey,
Oh.
I mean, I got a
Oh.
purple accents on my backpack, you know, just
Oh.
colors. My car is pink.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I thought it'd be
Barbie
like white
girl.
and blue.
No, no, no,
My
it's
car
pink.
was black and now it's white because it's snowing out.
Oh, it's snowing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sucks to
wow.
be in
Well, I guess you're
Canada.
up in Canada. Where up in Canada?
Boo.
Where up in Canada are you at?
Nouveau Brunswick.
Oh, okay.
New Brunswick.
Yeah, okay. I'm heading up to Montreal next week. So I wonder if I don't even know if it's going to be cold there or not.
We
Never been
need
before.
poutine.
But
It's getting warmer. You might luck out.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty close to Canada where I am. I'm in Maine and
Maine,
it's
you're right beside me.
yeah, I'm in
Awful state.
yeah. I'll be honest, there's not much to do here. I'm like half midway of Maine, not like all the way up by Canada, but it's warm. It's 50 degrees right now. It's actually a beautiful day.
Snowing here.
Mm.
Really? It's about to rain here in a second, I think. Oh God, yeah, it's gonna rain. But the sun's out for a little. That's nice. Um, but what is it called?
Rain.
Um, my phone is going to die soon, and that's what's powering my hotspot. So we
Okay.
need to
We'll
we need
speed
to
it
get
up.
to these topics.
Breon versus Urs. Who did you guys have winning in the Arnold UK versus Arnold Ohio?
I
Or
had the opposite of what the judges picked.
Both
So
times?
yeah, yeah.
I know
I
nothing. I know nothing.
I know. I think from a fan's perspective, it was like pretty clear that Urs was much improved at the UK,
Mm-hmm.
and Breon was the same, if not maybe a little bit worse in the legs now that I've, taken a look at it. I mean, here, when you see him turn around from the back, his hamstrings don't look as cut and peeled as they did at the Ohio. Like when I saw him at Ohio, I was blown away actually. His lower body looked insane from
I was
all
impressed. Yeah.
sides. And that's his most heavily criticized area, his quad sweep. And from behind, they looked great.
Yeah, I
From
don't
the
think
front, they
from
looked
behind
all
they ever
right.
skipped a beat
Yeah,
really.
never, never. Yeah. I mean, he looked great, but I mean, look here, right?
Yeah,
Look
who
at
would you guys
Urs
give this post to?
from out of all
This
four of them.
pose right here.
Actually, between Urs and Brian, just Urs and Brian.
That's actually hard. I won't lie. Probably Urs though.
Yeah, I
I think Urs's
normally I'd
arms are
go
too
with
small for
Brian
me.
because of his biceps are really good, but this is such a pan back picture.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
going off silhouette alone, and
the thing is, Brian, in my opinion, Brian only wins here in the biceps.
that's it.
Yeah. I mean, Urs,
Is that not enough? And the front
no,
double pose?
I don't think
No,
so, man. I mean, look at the lats, look at the V taper, look at the quads and the
it's a lot of
overall X
impact.
frame.
I think
I mean,
Urs's rib cage looks odd. His arms are stringy.
oh, I agree. I think his rib
I
cage.
prefer Brian in here, to be honest, even with the smaller legs. Like
Well, there's no need to be nasty. What's interesting to me is how upset you get.
I, you know, I don't his rib cage, that's something I feel like a lot of people don't talk about actually, like the rib cage shape. Like Wesley,
Dominator did a video.
he
There's
should
either
just
yeah,
quit.
the V or the
the
U.
V or the U. And that's the thing that I've talked about with Wesley. I never thought he had an aesthetic rib cage, and I
I don't either.
never really
Oh,
thought he
he
was
doesn't.
good in the vacuum. He looked a little awkward in it, but as time's gone on, he's definitely improved it. I mean,
I
it
think he's
looks a
just
lot
gotten
better.
used to it.
Maybe
I've
I've
never
gotten
seen a
used to
rib
it.
cage like that ever.
I've never seen one like that either.
Lucas
But
Osladell.
he
I've
had one
never
like
seen.
that.
I can't remember his
You ever
vacuum
see
off the top of
Lucas's
my
rib
head.
cage?
I remember him
Never.
for his quads. And his
Never
weird
seen
thing he
Lucas
did with his
Osladell?
glutes.
Yeah, he did. The man with the dancing glutes, but he has a funky
I'll
rib
have to take
cage.
a look. I'll have to
I've
take a look.
never seen. I don't know. I'm pretty new
He's
into
actually
Yeah,
bodybuilding.
really
Jake
good.
doesn't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Lucas Osladell is actually really good.
Yeah.
He's never been out of condition.
No, definitely not.
He has
Is
some
he like a
genetic traits
competitor
that are.
nowadays?
No,
Oh
he's kind
yeah.
of been out of the scene for a little bit.
Okay. I
Did
might
he
have
not
seen
just
him
compete?
before.
No, he didn't just compete.
I would say it's
No,
been at least 2 or 3 years since he has.
he could be
Okay.
done. He's
He
a
did compete
pretty
in
good competitor,
2020,
though.
but he could have competed sooner than that. I'm not
He
too
was at
sure.
the Olympia, yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Well,
Look at the side chest though here, right? Like I was gonna
I'll loop
talk
back
about.
around.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I was gonna say though, like I think Breon is pretty bad in the side chest. That might be a
A little skinny in the pecs.
yeah, pretty skinny in the pec, not full at all. I don't like his posing either. That's just one thing. That's a personal preference thing.
He
I
hikes
really
that
like.
arm up a lot.
Yeah, it looks like he's really, really like pulling the shoulders up too. He doesn't really open up his rib cage. Like you see how Urs, Michael, and Wesley, all of them really push that chest up. He doesn't do that, and I don't know. I think it
I have
takes away
hers
from
here
it.
pretty clearly.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
clearly. Yeah,
I like double.
yeah. I honestly had
Yeah.
Dabul winning this shot over Urs and Brion. Because look
Wesley
at
and
that.
Double
Yeah.
stick out to me when I first look at it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the chest thickness.
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
more like bodybuilders, and in a shot
Yes.
like this, that's a little more important.
Yeah, that
Brion,
density.
Brion, I kind of agree with Jake. It's not bad, but it's just put together
A
different.
little oddly.
He's
Yeah.
got,
Yeah.
he's got a space between his biceps and he's got like a shorter bicep and a longer arm.
And I
Yeah.
don't think we really need to talk about the rear double,
I mean, the rear
really.
double, I mean, yeah, pretty clearly. I would even have maybe Breon winning against Wesley. You know, maybe that's controversial. I don't know.
You got to
Um,
think too. Up close, you're going to see a totally different story. The thin skin,
definitely. Yeah.
the things of that nature.
The things of that nature.
Yeah. And when I'm sure you guys have seen shows in real life, and you're like, wow, you can really see what the condition these guys are in.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you. So I think at this point, you guys all know that I went to the Arnold, Ohio.
You
I
did?
saw Michael DeBull like, oh yeah, no, I don't think I told you. No, but I saw Michael DeBull like up close, and he looked insane. Like I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think people don't appreciate like these like the conditioning.
That's
Like
why they should spend more time at the Olympia on getting clear shots so the audience,
exactly, yeah.
because they say, oh, you like even the judges go on making videos saying you guys shouldn't say who's better or not if you weren't there because you can't see from these blurry pictures.
And
It's
the
like, so
smoke shirt.
why would you just make the pictures even blurrier now that we can't see?
Yeah, I just wish they had better quality. Like, look at this. I mean, I
This is a
think,
screen, and the prejudging one was pretty dark. It got a lot
yeah,
better at finals, a lot
yeah, it
better.
did. They worked overtime, man, to get that lighting fixed, and I applaud the Arnold for fixing
I
that
didn't.
up.
I do. I'll give him a pass on this one because I still think it's better than the Olympia, and
Oh yeah,
also,
It is.
um,
Yes, it is. Olympia was the worst. It
the
was too
Olympia.
busy. The background with all the laser
Oh, for
lights going
sure,
around. That
smoke.
is the somebody should be drug out into the street and shot for that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It that it's
No.
that's
super
the appropriate
disrespectful.
response.
It's just disrespectful to the people who
And
put
20
like
years
so
from
much
now,
effort.
I'm going to say the same thing. I still feel that these people should be punished for that,
Yeah.
what they did to us.
Capital punishment, even.
It's
Oh
not
man.
regicide.
Abs and thighs. I kind of have Urs by default. I don't like either of them, quite
Yeah.
This
frankly.
is where I thought Wesley wasn't going to win because his abs looked washed out.
They
Yeah.
that's how they always look. Even the
What?
vacuum, I don't think it's stellar. It's kind
And
of like a tube.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah. Wesley, I didn't have. I forgot what I had Wesley in for this pose, but I had Urs winning.
I'd probably
Maybe.
have maybe even DeBole.
Yeah.
I had Double winning. I said it was going to be between him and Urs.
For this pose.
Yeah, that's what I said in my
Yeah.
You know,
Don't listen to Marx Max Muscle
no,
ever.
no, no, no,
I
no.
will say, I mean, this pose, I think DeBull puts up a good fight, but his quads, I don't like them as much as I'll
It's
be
the
honest.
lighting, I think.
Yeah, I think Wesley, I think has some great quads. I know a lot of people don't like them for the sweep, but in terms of like
From the front,
classic,
they look good. From the
I
they look
front,
like
they
the
look
great.
good.
straight lines, very straight
Yeah,
lines in the
I
legs.
yeah,
Urs had the best lower half I found.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Urs easily wins
overall,
this. I mean, no debate. I mean, I think there's no
everyone
debate even.
has uh in the abs and thighs, Urs over Brion.
Yeah, yep. I mean, I think everyone's just fighting
Urs
for
over
second
Breon?
place
Yeah.
in the ab and thigh. Easy, yeah. Better structure,
And I
better
do want to
quads, better
talk
abs.
about the favorite classic pose, not Brion's regular crucifix, because he hit a 3/4 twisting back shot.
Looked like he was just hitting a front double.
Yeah.
I mean, it works for him. It works.
I really like that pose for him. I mean, his biceps look great in it.
I think it
Um,
was on his regular thing. I'll pull it up. But that's the only shot I walked away from prejudging when I was like, wow, I'll remember that shot. So I mean, for me, I had him winning the favorite classic pose over Urs. Over Urs' front lat spread, maybe not, but he didn't hit the front lat spread. But oh, right there. I thought
Oh,
I think that's a pretty good rendition.
that's a decent classical shot.
Because he's not exactly hitting it like Arnold, but he's putting
yeah.
his own twist on it.
I mean, I think it's just the crazy detail in the back and the shoulders and the arms
Yeah.
that really just seal it together. And he
Well, you
has
have the
very
best back.
classic proportions too. I mean, I love Brion. I think he's super, like I said earlier, I think he's underrated nowadays and he's finally getting like the respect once again. Yeah,
Now that
that pose looked
old,
great for him.
he's no spring chicken anymore.
How old is he? Like is he
44?
Like my
44?
age.
Yeah.
So like 64.
Oh man, 64. Um,
You'll get there.
you see who that is over there? Phil Heath. He
I don't
hit a
who is
front.
that?
No,
Where?
look, you see him right all the way on the side.
I don't see
Sorry, on the
Phil
left
Heath.
side. Yeah, there we go.
I don't even know who Phil Heath is.
No,
There's Phil Heath right there.
he hit oh, okay, this is some random. Okay, some random guy posing with him. But what is it called? He hit a front double with some fans on his Instagram story. I love Phil
Yeah.
Heath, one of my favorite guys. He's looking massive.
I'll
Like
tell you someone that's
He hit a
underrated.
front double at the Arnold.
yeah, he did too. Yeah. But
Yeah.
but he looked like that at the Arnold, he looked all right, in my opinion. He looked obviously he was massive, but in the picture on his Instagram story, his arms looked like shredded, like the fibers and the biceps and everything. It was crazy. Like I do
You gotta think he was just the Mr. Olympia in 2018.
yeah, that's true. I mean, do you think he'll ever make a comeback?
No.
He
I
might.
want him.
I
I
think it's
want him
gonna
2000
to.
2020, he showed us what he looked like, and it's not.
Oh
He's not.
man. But I mean, I think
Hey,
I love
health reasons. I'm glad he's retired.
oh no,
He's
yeah,
healthy.
100%.
He's
100%.
good. He's good. He ain't gonna be hobbling around like Coleman because Coleman lasted a little bit too many years, and Coleman tried to make comebacks. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody knew that, but you guys
Yeah.
knew that. Tried to
Yeah.
make comebacks, and
Didn't he try to make one like 2009, 2010, something around there? He was
2008
carrying,
or nine or
yeah,
something like that. And he was doing guest posings, and
guest
he's
post.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
pushing the weight, man.
Yeah. He looked mad. I saw a guest posing of him maybe 2011, 2010. He was
Still big.
massive.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive. Like, but he looked just like the same as in 2007, basically.
Yeah, he wasn't.
But
Oh,
yeah.
there's my video.
Wesley
Yes,
Vissers
sir.
wins Arnold
They're
UK.
stealing your stuff. Mikey's Iron Rage.
I'm
Oh,
sending
Mikey's
him a
tis,
chicken
tis,
cease and
tis.
desist.
fitness.
Yeah.
So you guys already had Urs winning the comparison before we even got to the favorite classic pose. I actually it would have come down to the favorite classic pose for me personally. But
Really?
I would side with Urs to tell even if it was 3-2 in Breon's favor, I think Urs does
Oh,
enough to override that.
sorry if you guys hear that sound. I had to turn on my car to charge my phone quickly.
I've never heard nothing.
No,
Okay,
How
perfect.
much longer do we got here, Dylan?
let's go over
Here we go.
open.
My wife just told me that supper's ready, but
Mark,
Is
if you
are you an hour ahead that both of us?
yeah, he
yeah,
is.
5 o'clock.
Okay. Okay.
Um
Oh, early dinner.
talk about open real quick. If
Yeah, no.
Mark, if you want to leave, I'm not going to hold it
I'll
against you.
wait till I get the second.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll wait till I
Um,
get the second one.
so let's just cut straight to Hottie and Samson.
Yeah.
Was it close? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I
definitely
think
close.
it was close in the fact that Hattie was not quite as good, even though Arnold said he was better,
I
and
disagree. Yeah,
Samson was better here than he was in. So it was closer. Was it close? It was closer.
That's exactly what I would say. Closer, but the gap was still quite large, in my opinion.
There's still a gap.
And in fact,
Yeah.
I had him. I still expected perfect scores, but he had one judge. One judge had Hottie and Samson flipped. So one judge had Hottie in second, and one judge had.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it came down
Yes,
to. It
sir.
was 6-9 or whatever the math is on that. I think that's right, 6-9.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Hottie didn't look as good, especially in the quads. I mean, just looking here, right? They looked so much more separated, cleanly separated at the
Yeah,
Arnold, Ohio.
yeah.
That
They
could
had so
be
much
the
pop.
lighting though. That could also be like
The
could be the
lighting,
lighting.
exactly. The lighting was not as
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah. I mean, I think he looked I mean, he looked great still, but there was definitely
he
a part
looks,
of me
yeah,
that was like maybe Samson could take this, especially at the finals. He looked better. But honestly, I think it played out the way that many people thought it would. You know, Hottie still looked amazing.
yeah.
What do you guys think about Hottie's chest specifically in that, like, do you think it looks a little bit, flat or not really that dense? Like
It's
it,
so ripped in certain shots that he does actually have the best chest in certain shots.
like
Yeah, yeah.
in that most
Most
muscular
muscular,
pose,
yeah.
like,
Just
because
insane off the shirts.
I made a video comparing these two, and I said, in that most muscle, obviously I had Hottie winning the pose, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer, I feel like. But I feel like Samson wins in the chest in that pose, the
Yeah.
hands clasped. Like it's literally twice as thick. And it's not like Samson's like Derek Lunsford or anything. Like he has some striations too. Like you can just see there. James Hollingshead. What do you guys think about him?
He's done.
Yeah,
Retire. No,
I
I wouldn't go that far, but I think this is
no,
kind of what you see is what you get from now on.
I
yeah.
I
think
don't
what
have too
you see
much
is what you
faith in
get.
him anymore.
Yeah. No,
I'm
me either.
just I was pretty disappointed in both. I thought he looked good, but I think his structure really let him down. Um
Pretty
like
narrow.
pretty narrow. The front double is like one of the most revealing shots, and it's on top of that the first pose that they see really. Um yeah, he looks really bad in that pose. His waist is a little bit wider. He doesn't have the best abs. His
It's a
back
hard
isn't the
time too.
best.
It's a
Yeah.
hard time right now. There's a lot of competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I want to stay on these two. Who would you guys have winning the front double? I think Samson.
Samson,
I would give him the benefit
I'd
of
Samson.
the
give him the
doubt in
front
this one.
double. I'd give him the front double.
Yeah, I had Samson. But the thing is, I mean, Hottie has, in my opinion, I think he still has the superior midsection
If
and
you're a
lats.
Samson sympathizer, you're gonna want to give him this pose, and I'd agree with it.
I
But I
Yeah,
could
would
give it.
personally have Hottie.
I'm not saying either one's defeating the other guy.
yeah, I
Sure,
agree with
both
that.
are
Personally,
winners.
I'd go with Samson.
Same. I gave it to Sam. I gave all three of the first three poses to Samson. I guess we'll
That's
get to
wrong.
those. Really? You think so? Here, let's.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Samson does look just
Pay
really
attention to that
statuesque.
gut on Samson.
I honestly, I know it's not the best, but I don't think it's that bad to be
It was
honest with
worse
you.
in Ohio for sure.
Yeah,
He was
Yeah,
more
front lat's
yeah,
pretty
cognizant of
close
it.
too. Front lats, Samson. If I'm gonna give it to Samson, it's only based
I
on
would
size,
agree.
height and size.
yeah. I mean, Samson looks great though. I won't lie. I mean,
I
he
think
looks,
Hottie's lats are wider, but they are higher, at least
yeah.
in this pose. I like
I mean,
Samson's more tapering lats.
this is I spoke about this. It's just it's that camera angle. It like really makes
Yeah,
Samson's lats look better than they actually are.
yeah.
It hides the fact that they're so highly inserted. I mean, look at how bulbous Hottie's lats are. They look really good here, but I would still have Samson winning it.
You-
Bulbous, he says.
I mean, they
We'll
do,
take.
right? They
We'll
look
talk about
Dorian-esque almost.
Dorian-esque.
Yeah, I could give Samson the first 3 shots for goodness sakes.
I can see that. I think the
Yeah.
angle does Hottie on this one pretty bad.
Yeah, it's because when you're like shorter, closer to the camera, it doesn't really, it just doesn't help. Uh, whereas with Samson, he looks super big and imposing. I mean, look at the side leg, right? Twice as big for Samson, similar levels of detail.
Yeah, on the
Um,
side leg at least.
yeah, side arm. At the Ohio, Samson had like no separation in that arm.
Hottie had a
Now he
delt
does.
issue. I'm not even going to beat around the bush on that department. I think he definitely had a delt issue this time
Where
around.
this time around? Yeah, they looked pretty
Well, you
pointy
can
in
see it
the
even right here.
You think he slapped
yeah.
on some clay?
Yeah, for sure. And we'll see it more in the back. I'll definitely point it out in the back. But I
I
saw
didn't even
mainly when
notice
he
it.
was moving around. It was one of the first, like, I was getting worried because of that. I was like, the judges have told him, like, in 2021, that's why you didn't win the Olympia. I thought they can do that again.
Hmm.
Because he slapped on some clay.
Yeah, we'll see it in the rear double, actually. So we'll just go right to that.
Yeah, but Samson definitely wins that pose. You can see like Hottie's chest isn't the thickest in that one. Which is it in both delts or just one?
Mainly, I want to say mainly this right one. You can kind of see here, there's
You
like
know, I wonder
an
if he
extra
put
medial delt.
yeah. I wonder if he put stuff in there or if it was maybe an injection going wrong, a
Eh,
little bit of an infection right before the
I
show.
don't think it really matters. It's just,
Well,
it
yeah,
looks
yeah, of
gross.
course. Yeah.
If you can see it, shouldn't be.
Sure.
Yeah.
But who
Yeah.
would you guys have winning this? Because I think Samson honestly may pull it off because in terms of pure detail, he has more. But Hadi has more of the density, in the better lower body, the sharper lower body.
Yeah.
To me, Hattie's back looks bigger on a smaller frame.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as soon as I see that, I'm like, okay, who's in better condition? Or is even if the condition's the same, I think it's lights out.
I mean, Samson has a better lower back here, in my opinion, in terms of like that crispness,
Yeah.
the detail.
Yeah.
But I mean, you
Clean,
keep
neat
on,
insertions.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, he looks. Look, Samson on his own looks great, but then you circle around to the glutes. You look at the lat insertions. Samson's don't come down as low for the lats. He has no detail in the glutes, and on top of that, I mean, he doesn't look like he's overpowering Hottie in the arms either. And
Definitely
yeah,
not, actually.
and
Even with Hadi's lumpy delts, I kind of prefer
Longer
them.
arms from behind.
yeah, I don't know.
Who-
It's just it's a. I think he looks fine, right? But I
Yeah, I don't
wouldn't
think
give him the
anyone's
pose. Like it's
you
close, but I think I would probably go with Hottie still.
you too, Mark.
Oh yeah, no, Hattie for sure. I do have to get going though, guys. I'm getting a stare.
Okay, absolutely.
I
I'm
hate to leave though in the middle of the podcast. Can we
no,
just
oh
look at
Oh
the
yeah.
no,
last
no,
two
you're fine.
shots? Look at the last 2 shots real quick.
Yep.
No, I know that feeling of getting the stare. Oh man.
We'll just let it
Oh,
play through.
she made me
So
supper. I don't want to eat it while it's cold.
Yeah.
so keep your thoughts to a minute. Rear lat spread. Who's winning it? I have Hadi here pretty clearly.
Yep. Hottie.
Hattie more. Oh, look at the traps on Samson. Look decent though. I will
Samson
say.
has yep. Samson has good traps, but same lower body, better for Hottie. And look at
Got to
the
learn how
side
to strike.
tricep.
Got to learn
This
how to
is
strike it and hold it better too.
I mean,
Like
look at
those
that
rear lats.
midsection. That midsection on Hottie is just insane. Best part about the side
You
tricep.
you could argue the Samson's winning the side tricep, but I
Oh yeah, 100%. You could
Definitely
argue it,
not the
but
abs and thighs for sure.
no
yeah.
no.
Samson, I think this might have been the first time I've seen him pull a vacuum in the ab and thigh.
And
He
it wasn't
actually
even
looked
that
pretty
good.
good. I
Yeah.
thought he looked pretty good, but like
He's
not,
trying. He's
he's
trying. I
trying.
guess.
He's trying. Yeah.
And
All right. And
then
obviously,
the
this
most
pose,
muscular.
it's a
I
Hottie
just think
Chupin pose.
I see what you mean by Samson's pecs are thicker,
Yeah.
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 but
Two big pillows.
I mean, look
the
at the
midsection,
detail.
the midsection,
Midsection.
he needs to fix that in this shot.
Yep. Midsection needs to be fixed. Arm vascularity is not there for Samson. Hottie is just so detailed and big on that small frame. It's hard to beat him, man. I mean,
One of
he
my
looks
favorite
great.
shots. One of my favorite shots.
Easily. If not his best shot, in my opinion, one of his
Yeah.
best. with the ab and thigh up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely not
Mark,
a
who would you
robbery.
have winning the most muscular?
Oh, Hattie, no question.
You too, Jake.
Yeah, guys, someone just pulled up right next to. Remember I was telling you about it, Dylan? Someone's right there. Someone's
Well,
right there.
Mark, you had Hottie winning 5 poses to Samson's 3. I want to
Yeah,
let you know that.
yeah,
But we won't hold you hostage anymore. I think Jake and I
yeah. No,
will,
you guys finish up.
yeah, clean up
Yeah,
from here. But it's
I'm gonna go
always a
eat.
pleasure to have you on. Of
Yeah, well, nice to meet you, Jake, and
it was great meeting
pleasure
you
as
too.
always, Dylan.
course.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Peace
Thanks.
Catch you
out.
later.
Okay, Jake. Who'd
Yep,
you have
now it's just the
winning?
two of us.
Yeah, it's kind of romantic.
Yep, it's like a first date, second date.
Yeah,
Oh man,
second
so
date.
someone really just pulled up right next to me. They're
Roll the window down and talk to yourself.
just talk to myself. I
I
must look so stupid. I have like a headset on my
don't think you need
computer.
the headset in the podcast to
I
achieve
look
that.
I look like okay, that's mean. I look like I'm a police. I look like a police officer with like the center console computer, like the headset, or like a truck driver or something. But anyways, what were you saying?
You had Hottie winning the side try, right?
Easily, yeah.
Rear double, who did you have winning? Hottie?
Hottie, yeah. I only had Samson winning the first three poses, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I got here.
Yeah.
For me,
Mi-
it's slightly different. I
Which ones do you
had
have him?
in the side try, I think the quality was a little better on Hottie, so I'd probably go with that because Samson's tricep kind of looks blurry. Very
Yep.
often have I seen it blurry. I think in Ohio he won it, but oddly enough, even though he's a bit sharper in UK, I think the tricep wasn't, and I think the quality leaned here. Either way, it's 4-4 for me at minimum,
Hmm.
or 5 in Hottie's favor. But Hottie won his poses by more. Abs and
Yeah.
thighs,
Yeah.
knockout. I had him winning the front double. I think he could have won the front lat spread. All the poses that he didn't win, he could have. I can't really
Yeah.
say the same for Samson.
Hottie definitely was more convincing, in my opinion, for the win for the poses that
Sure.
he won. Whereas Samson, it was closer. I mean, yeah, that's what you just said. You just stated exactly what I said. So,
Do you think it was close
yeah.
in general, or do you just think it was closer?
For which? For the just in general between the two versus the Ohio
Like
versus now?
was this to you this like could have gone either way objectively,
Oh,
or did you have a
um,
clear winner?
if you look at like, I mean, the prejudging versus the finals, if you look at those two different physiques, I think that Hottie looked about the same at both, whereas
I think Hottie
Samson,
stepped his game up finals. I think they
you think
both got
so?
better. I
Yeah,
think they
okay,
both got
yeah,
better. Hottie more so.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess because like I said, I didn't follow the live stream, so I'm not the most well versed in this one. I know I'm not the best bodybuilding content creator out there. I'm not like you,
Yeah.
man.
Into your
But
channel.
yeah, my channel's not as good. But what is it called? I don't know. I think Hottie definitely is just. I still think he's a little bit better overall than Samson. That being said, Samson with 5% more conditioning, it could have gone either way. Like if he had glute striations of like, I don't know, like Jay Cutler 2007 glute striations, like that level, like not even crazy,
Hmm.
then it could have been either way. Like I think I said it in one of my videos. I was like, if Samson had even just a little bit of glute striations, I think that would be enough for him to win the rear double and the rear lat spread, just off of like wow factor
I
alone.
think so. Yeah,
Like
I think I mean Samson could have won this. Like every show on earth is in Samson's wheelhouse if we get that 5 to 10% sharpness we need from
yep,
Samson.
yeah. And I wonder how he'll be able to bring that in. If he, I don't even think it's a thick skin like type of argument at this point. I just think it's like he need, and look, he's obviously suffering. I'm not going to doubt that, right? But I think he
Say
needs
it,
to
Jake.
switch his thing up. He needs
Say
to
it, Jake.
switch it up.
Say
Like
it.
what? That he's not
He doesn't.
suffering enough. He's
Yeah.
not suffering enough. He just needs to like not suffer more. He needs to suffer in a different way, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought someone was coming to my car, but that's just a crow. There's a crow up there. Um,
We can talk
but
about Akeem.
yeah,
Akeem.
Akeem. Akeem is a good one to talk about.
We'll talk about him on his own really quickly, and then we'll jump into that two-person call out between him and John. But I kind of predicted this. I said if anyone is going to take out Samson, because no one's taking out Hottie, if anyone was going to take out Samson, it was going to be Akeem, because he's the only one that is similar at all in terms of size and shape and structure to
Yeah.
Samson. Uh,
I mean, the thing with
John may be more
Akeem,
complete, but
John's not taking out Samson though. There's no way. I mean, John's
exactly.
just not big enough. The only like Samson and like if Samson and Akeem could mix, then it would be like the ultimate bodybuilder in my opinion. I mean, look at Akeem, right? He has insane detail in the side leg. He has really good detail upstairs. His conditioning, I mean, he doesn't really have a thick skin issue of sorts, right? He looks great in terms of conditioning. He has those glutes, and that's what he has over Samson. But in my opinion, he's not. I wouldn't call him aesthetic.
I would. I think the front double. I think so.
Really?
For what he is, a modern bodybuilder, I think so. I mean,
I'm not a fan of his midsection.
if you don't like the high lats and the kind of because he pulls up his midsection, it's not
I
flexing his
mean,
abs. If you don't like that, yeah, you're gonna say he's unesthetic. But I think for
it's
what he is, he's all right.
it's I don't even know what it is to pinpoint it on. I mean, Wesley Vissers has high lats and a similar length of midsection, and he looks aesthetic. I just something about I don't know. It's just that there's no detail in the midsection when he stretches it out like that, and he doesn't have the most aesthetic abs. The front lat spread though is opposed, which he looks pretty ridiculous in.
Yeah.
Um,
Lats do come out there. And like you said, the side leg, it's crazy.
yeah,
He can be
side
an
leg is
off in
crazy.
condition, but his side leg is always in.
Yeah. He reminds me a lot of like Big Ramy almost in that sense of like that really conditioned side leg, even when you're not 100% on.
Hmm.
But oh man, see, this is where he falls behind. I mean,
Just this one, I think the rear lat spread. I mean, we want guys to be wide. He's wide. It's just he doesn't have the taper because his lats are
yeah.
so high, but he has the
No,
thickness
the
and
rear lat
everything.
spread is actually a pretty impressive pose for him. I just don't like, and his lower back almost comes alive in the rear lat, but in the front double, the rear double, sorry, he just doesn't look that good. That's the only pose though. Maybe that and the ab and thigh. Most muscular is crazy for him. So what was the placing? It was him and
Him and John, and they were
he
in
was
that
third,
top.
John was fourth,
They were in
James
that
was
call out.
fifth, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Who placed last? Was it Mo Shaban?
Antoine. Actually, it was
Really?
Antoine. Yeah,
Wow. Was he off? I didn't even watch
worse than
that.
Ohio. I actually had him ahead of Mo. To be
Hmm.
honest, I'm not too upset about it. There were worse robberies. I mean, they're both fighting for that last spot, so no one's.
Yeah, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I hate to say that, but yeah, the judges. I'm sure they're just like, whatever. I don't know. Here's screenshots from the
Oh, I think there was one at the top actually, a
of
comparison
of
of them
John and
two.
Akeem.
Yeah, I think my brain might have like
This
thought it was
we can
no,
look at
all the
this.
way up, all the way up. I think it was a video too,
Oh, oh,
not yeah, right there below that one, that right? That's got to be them, right? Yeah, there we go. It's kind of small, but you can get a gist of it. I think front
just the
double,
size difference.
yeah, front double Akeem, better arms, similar conditioning, better quad sweep. Yeah,
If you enlarged John, he would win. Oh, I don't know.
it's the quads.
I think
Sure.
it's being smaller in general. I think
Yeah,
that hurts
no, well,
him.
I'm saying if you were to enlarge him, it would still be the quads as the lagging factor.
A
I'm
lot
not a
of
big
people
fan of
say
his
that
quads.
his adductors are big enough that I don't think it really matters. But
I guess. I don't know though.
I guess.
I don't know. I feel like I mean Akeem just has the better shape in my opinion. John
Yeah, in
looks
the front
good though.
double.
John looks good. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Front lat spread, I'd probably still go with Akeem. I mean, look at the lat
I
difference,
think
right?
so too. Wider across the shoulders as well.
Yeah,
Great legs.
structurally superior.
And this was
Uh,
at finals. Akeem was like in fourth. Oh no, in like fifth or fourth at
yeah, he was losing to John, I think, right? I think it was like 19 to 16 on the prejudging
I
for
think so, something like that. In the
and
side
then
chest, I think that's pretty easy. John may
yeah,
be really complete and stacked, but Akeem's just on another level.
rear double
That
is
is one.
going to go. I think it's definitely going to be this is a John pose. I mean,
There's no way it's not.
look at the lower back. I mean, his back
Well,
from behind looks
there is one
insane.
lower back on this stage.
Yeah. I mean, the taper too is insane for both of them. Both of them have great
Oh,
tapers.
dang, that was it.
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, I think we get a general gist of
I think that was it. I think I
like
had Akeem winning all those poses.
yeah, and I don't think I wouldn't have him losing the rear lat spread in my opinion, just size difference. I wouldn't have him losing the side tricep for the side leg. And maybe John would win the ab and thigh, but obviously he would win the most. So like since we just gave him the last four poses, he would win the most muscular, therefore he would win against John. I think that's a pretty good
Yeah.
saying.
I'm not following James Hollingshead.
I don't follow any bodybuilders on my fitness account. Only on my personal because I rarely use my fitness account. Pretty
Is
rare.
that the one I follow? Is that the one we talk on?
Yeah, that's the one we talk on.
The
Rarely
fitness
use
account
it.
with 3 posts?
Yeah. Two actually. Sorry. What is it called? I don't know. I think James, we'll see right here, right? Look at oh God, I really don't like his front double.
His arms are like too short. Like not even the biceps and the
There's
size
no
themselves. It's like,
separation.
yeah.
The abs have no Look at the midsection. Where are the abs? Even
And
here,
that's not even a
even
watery thing. That's just
yeah,
him
just
having poor abs.
yeah.
Side
I don't.
shots are good. Side
I mean,
triceps really good.
but look at the side leg. Like Where's the detail? Like that. Like
I think
the
that
glute
can
ham.
be fixed with a little bit
Oh
more
yeah, yeah.
therapy.
Definitely more conditioning. Yeah, yeah,
But he doesn't want to, and he's very scared to do so
yeah. It's
because
very stubborn.
he would rather come in a little fuller, I think, than risk coming in flat because he was scarred at the Olympia in
Yeah.
2021. He was like,
Oh
"Oh,
man.
never again."
But he just. I don't even know. Like I feel
I
bad for him because he trains so hard. He lifts so heavy. He punishes himself basically every workout and doesn't get the results.
not on the
Like
diet.
like literally my back is better than James Holland. No, that's crazy. I can't say that. But
I'm
like
gonna do a comparison now.
Jake Ultimate Fitness versus James Hollingshead.
I'm going to do that because you just
Like,
posted your rear double.
yeah. Oh man, I don't even think it was a rear double that I posted. Let's see.
It
I
was
think
more
it
of an
was like,
artistic one.
yeah,
Autistic.
autistic one is crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, clearly the better lat insertions on my part, better traps, better conditioning, strided glutes. Yeah. But no, James, it just his structure doesn't translate on stage as it does in his Instagram pictures.
You know what did
Um,
translate? His
what?
quad injury. Do you notice the disparity in the quads?
Yeah, a little bit. You
I'm
can
the
see.
only one that reported on that. I am the only one that said anything about it.
Is it from this angle, would it be his left quad?
His left. Yep.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
like
what's wrong there? Yeah, you see where you were just pointing before that on from our perspective, the left. From our perspective, the left. See like the middle part? Why is it so like bulbous there? You see that?
I don't know. This is how they usually look. Like he doesn't have like sweep. He like has
Yeah.
circles for quads.
You
But
know, his
now,
quads are actually pretty good though. I will say that. Like they
yeah,
do
I
look
think
pretty good.
they looked kind of weird, but they are great. They are
Yeah.
great.
Oh, I just feel bad for him. That honestly, if he had a better midsection, his
It would help him a
narrowness
lot.
would not even be a problem, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if his waist was a few inches smaller. He would
Okay.
look really good.
But imagine this. If you could snap your fingers and give James the best peak of his life, does he beat John and
No,
Akeem?
I don't think so. It's a shape thing. It's really just a shape thing. John and Akeem are have better structures, better insertions. They look more aesthetic. And that's crazy for me saying that Akeem looks aesthetic because I don't think so. But I mean,
I
look at
think
the
Akeem,
insertions.
I think the best James could not have beaten this Akeem. Maybe John. Maybe
No,
John.
yeah, no, 100%. Best James versus best Akeem, or best James versus this Akeem, not happening. And this Akeem might have been one of
Best
his
Akeem
best.
may have beaten Samson Data. I said what I said.
No, I
I
agree with
love
that too.
Akeem.
Like
I really do.
Akeem with honestly, because at this point, I don't think he's gonna have a better lower back, but Akeem with a
No.
better upper back and like more size. Imagine Akeem with more size in those arms and chest. Like that would be ridiculous because he's so full and round and bubbly, which
James,
is yeah, we were saying.
go on. I don't want to
No,
cut
I
you
was
off.
just gonna say like I mean Samson's bubbly too, but you know Samson doesn't have those arms.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I'm
have
sold on those.
I love Akeem's arms. Those are the one thing that really those are that's the redeeming factor in the front double in my opinion.
Yeah.
Biggest redeeming factor.
I can't
But
I can't move the play button on this, but look, James, this is James crunching down in the pose. Like this
yeah,
is
no,
as
I
good as it
know.
gets.
It's
And
yeah, I mean I saw him in person and his abs were just horrendous. I mean it's it's a genetic thing, right? You can't hate
it
on him because look
is.
how shredded he is. I mean, his midsection is very dry. And like you said, it's not really a watery thing. It's
It's
just
just
he probably doesn't train them.
no, he does. That's the thing.
Oh,
He says he
please.
trained.
I thought a car was gonna pull in right next to me. It is, bro. It is. Oh my God. So awkward. Okay, well, at least they're. Oh, it didn't. It didn't, bro. Oh, we're chilling. We're chilling. Anyways, all my windows are all like completely fogged out now because it's
Yeah,
raining.
because we've been making
He
love
is
in the
pulling.
car.
He did pull in. He did pull in. All right. Mad awkward, yo. But
Okay.
what
Well,
is it
we're
called?
almost done. We have
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is it? Two more guys. Overall, can James do better? Marginally. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think James can do a little bit better. I think
it's the
he's not at his
competition.
best. Like if he could look, he can win some smaller shows, right? Like
Yeah, definitely.
but and I think he's a top tier bodybuilder. What did he come fifth at the last Arnold Classic, right? Something like that.
Sixth. I think he was
Sixth.
sixth.
Who came fifth? Oh no,
Rafi
six was Akeem.
Rafi.
Six was Akeem.
So yeah, he was fifth at
He
the
was fifth.
Arnold.
So like he is a top tier bodybuilder, there's no doubt. He can win shows. There's no doubt, but he's not ever going to be in the top 10 unless
Yeah.
people come off. And that's not really a good thing to, that's not something good to rely on.
And that's and largely it's not things he can change. Like, yeah, he can get a coach and learn a better peak. That would help him a lot. That'd probably be the biggest part of the improvement. But
Yeah.
he just has genetic structural issues.
Yeah, 100%. And it is what it is. He trains hard. He's good
It
work
is what
ethic.
it is.
But yeah, it is what it is. Oh man, it is so awkward. Someone's just right next to me. Oh, I'm talking to my parents. Yeah, with my full
He
headset on.
doesn't have parents.
I don't have. They don't. That little do they know. Oh, I thought someone was getting into the car next to me too. Oh, they're.
Moshiban doesn't have a video. Okay, so we'll go to Antoine.
Yeah.
Mo, I said, and I'm doing my recap right now. I just said he was basically like there, even though Antoine may have been
Oh
better
my
in
God.
Ohio.
What happened to Antoine's? Okay, well there they are. They. He's
No,
like
he
not
wasn't as
flexing them.
he wasn't as crisp. I can tell you that
Yeah.
right now. He wasn't as crisp.
Not as full either.
Well, take a look at that. You saw the first couple of shots. I think I can go down here and find his Arnold, Ohio video.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I saw him up there.
I think you're wrong.
There you go. There's one.
And this is at finals where, and it's same kind of. It was similar lighting at finals for both of them. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can even just see.
Well, it's also the sheen. He has more sheen on him. He wasn't really full at either of them, especially in the upper body, but he just looks better.
I think he was fuller at the Arnold, which helped bring out his conditioning.
Yeah.
Which some people don't understand that, but being fuller to a point will help show off the conditioning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Antoine. I like his posing a lot.
I really liked his routine.
Someone commented saying that I should do a comparison between his posing routine and Samson's to see if he deserved the posing routine
It's
victory. And I don't know. I don't really know much about like the posing stuff. I'm not the most artistic
they don't
person.
even judge it anymore. I
Yeah,
mean,
they don't.
I don't really think they do even for the best posing award. I mean, maybe they ask each judge, but they're like,
Maybe.
"Oh, who was your favorite?"
I have
I'm
no
so,
clue though. No clue how it works.
oh,
Yeah.
one I did say one judge had Samson ahead here. You know who was a judge of this show?
Who?
Paul Lozon,
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Fuad's best friend on the
Oh,
podcast. He was judging at the show.
yeah. I mean,
That explains it perfectly.
yeah.
He was the
I
one
mean,
judge that had Samson ahead.
that's, that's the politics of bodybuilding, though. It's not even surprising. It's
I
not
wish
like at
they
this
would
point,
tell us who voted it.
like,
Who?
I think that makes it even more interesting. Like having politics in this, it's kind of fun.
I think it's
Even,
cool.
even
I,
though
I
that sounds like bad,
I like
I
to
think
make
it's
videos
cool.
about that. Like
No, same. Like
who
it just
was he
helps.
robbed?
Exactly. Was he robbed the best title to have
Best title.
on a
My
video?
best videos.
Um, but yeah, I'm not too upset with, the bottom placing finishers. Most of the time I don't even bother looking at them because if
Damn,
they place last, it's for a reason.
they're
Not
dead to me.
they're dead to me, basically. Like, oh man, at least, Mo Shabani placed a little bit higher.
I don't think this is a very good video,
Oh, who cares? It's Mo Shabani. No, that's mean.
bro. Bro, you know what I
I
didn't realize? How freaking, maybe not how short he is. Shorter, as a short king myself. He was next to Antoine and James for that last call out,
he's
and
what is he like 5'6", 5'7", you
five
think?
six, 5'7" at the
Yeah.
most.
I
And
mean
it was
that's not
just
short,
noticeable.
but it's just like,
When you're up against
yeah,
guys
when
that
you're up against
Antoine's
guys
six
that big.
foot and James
Yeah.
is almost 6 foot.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely, at least he was able to beat James, the Antoine, I mean. He came dead last though at the Ohio, right? Pretty sure.
Mo did, yeah.
Yeah, Mo did. But I mean, look, he's not really missing anything but size, and his structure is not the best. Yeah.
That's not even Mo Shaban, bro. Under his
Honestly,
tagged.
honestly, does Mo Shaban even matter? Like, I that sounds mean, but to me, I think the things that people really care about are the guys that place top in the top call out.
And the thing is, he was good. He just needs more of
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
He just needs more
No way he
more
commented
size.
on this post with 11 likes. And it was liked by James Hollingshead too.
It was the official
Oh,
photographer, one of the
oh
official
this
photographers.
is the oh okay,
Yeah,
I didn't even realize.
show some
Okay, I
respect.
mean 11 likes, they must buy their followers then.
But I just think
Oh
this is
man.
probably their biggest gig in a while.
Yeah, probably.
I
Yeah.
mean, this one only has 10 labels. Maybe it's because it's under Motion Bond's name.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, I doubt it. I like see like that looks good. It's just when he got next to the other guys, they had more. And I
Yeah.
was more wowed by them. I was more impressed with Antoine. I could have had Antoine over here. Just from the limited footage you saw, who would you have, Mo or Antoine? Or
I would honestly, I'd probably say I would have Mo ahead. I
oh,
mean, look at the conditioning, the vascularity, stuff like that.
yeah, I
Antoine
think that
looked
is
a
what it
little
came down
soft.
to.
Um, look, as much as I'm like just hating on Moshe for no reason,
Yeah, for
he is
real.
very complete. He has a more dense upper body. You know, he might not have the best structure, not the best insertions, but he is freaky in terms of like, what he can be. He is
Yeah, I
so
thought he was
freaky.
bigger. Like he's kind of like, in my opinion, kind of like a slightly more aesthetic Hassan Mustafa on a smaller
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah. I mean, without the arms though. Hassan Mustafa has some of the craziest arms
I
of
think
all time.
Mo brought his up a little bit, but maybe
Yeah, but I
maybe
mean
I'm thinking of someone
Hassan,
else.
his tricep sweep is insane. I don't
Not
like
on that one.
it's insane. What?
He tore one of his triceps a week out
Yeah,
from the
but
Olympia.
it's not
I
too
think it's fine.
thankfully it's not like noticeable or anything like that.
His
Um,
gut was the biggest problem, but
yeah. But honestly, what did he place? Did he place in the top 10?
no, he placed
11.
higher than he should have, to be honest.
11. I think it was 11. 11.
11th or 13th,
Yeah. Yeah.
something in there. Yeah, because he beat Andrea Presti, I think. And I was just like, even though Andrea doesn't have legs.
Oh man, the car next to me pulled out with the people they pulled into the spot. They didn't even leave. They didn't even get out of the car. They just
Oh
pulled now
no,
and now they're
maybe
just
they're on the
leaving.
podcast too.
That's so
They're
awkward. They
talking
were
to
just
Muscle
they were just
Discord.
look they were just looking at me. And I was looking back at them. And like I tilted my computer away so they wouldn't see. Oh man. Um okay, so we've talked about
I think that's
Mo.
it.
Who else is there? That's it,
That's
right?
it.
There's
There
only
was only
seven.
7 guys. Talked
Oh
about
man.
classic.
Yeah. Um
That's
that's pretty
that's it.
much it, I guess. I mean,
I mean,
I
it took
was
us a while to get there, but we talked about it all.
yeah, 2 hour podcast. 2 hour podcast. No work is getting done today. No work is getting done today.
Get
Oh man.
over it.
I I mean I have what? I have until I want to do my work though. But I have to work out too. I guess I'll just go work out, shower, and play video games and do my work tomorrow. I think that's
You
the
see, I don't
mindset.
know how you pump out the videos you do and then also do things. Like I do videos all day.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's just a good I just have to have like the balance, Like
I don't
I wouldn't
believe in balance.
no, I wouldn't be able to do my videos if I like didn't have other things to do. Like that's just like there are times like where I just don't feel like making videos. I don't make them for like 2 weeks, 3. I think the longest I went was maybe 4 weeks. Just didn't feel like it. And then it sucks because you get back into it and then you get like 300 views and it's like, oh man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I like, and sometimes I'll make a video like actually the one that I just made like it didn't do too well and I was like, oh man, and it
I
doesn't
should just
make
quit.
like yeah, it literally doesn't make you want to like do what like pump out more videos, but you just have to. It's one of those things where it's like, oh well, so be it.
Well, I think, and this isn't a drag, but my videos are more in depth, and
Yeah,
that's what slows me down. And
I
that is
don't
a
think
fault.
so.
Like
I think
Superset Man told me to he was like, you should consider making your videos a little shorter. And I have. Like
yeah.
my average video length, I don't know what it was actually. It was probably like 18, 20 minutes a couple months ago. Now it's probably like 15 and it's slowly coming down. Like I have some shorter ones in there.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like the best length is anywhere between like six
Six
to
and eight
10.
inches.
So yeah, yeah, basically. No, 6 to 10. 6 to 10 minutes is perfect for videos. I mean, the longer ones, I think I've maybe gone to like 15 minutes, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No one
I
wants to
mean,
listen to you that long.
yeah, exactly. No,
I,
like
you know,
seriously.
I like listening to longer videos though. I don't know. Maybe
No, I
I'm,
do too, but I think the sweet spot is 6 to 8, 6 to 10, something like that. Like that's just the right amount of time to where like you have the ability to do something that you're doing like as a fan. Like
Mhm.
I can go make my protein shake, eat something quickly, but the longer it gets, the more time I have to invest, and as a viewer I don't want to miss out on what I mean. I don't want to miss out on that extra content, so then it makes me less inclined to watch the video as a whole. That's the way that I think about it. And that's why shorts too. Shorts are good. I haven't made a short in a long time, but
I do shorts. Well,
some
you do
some of
edits
my
sometimes.
yeah, no, but
Those
actually
do pop off. They have the
yeah,
potential to pop off.
most like the edits are just they were just fun. I get like sometimes they're just fun, and I have
Yeah.
like one of them I made to it's creeping up to let's see 3.3. Hold on, can you see that?
Three. 3.9 million views, almost 4 million views.
Yeah, it looks like it will probably hit 4 million tomorrow tonight, realistically.
Yeah.
And like
That's
that's
all your channel
crazy.
growth.
No, but look
Your
at that.
your
You see
channel is
that?
inflated from this one.
You see that 9.4K subscribers
You have a
from
fake
one.
channel. You have
No,
a fake channel.
basically, like I have one of my other shorts got me 7K followers. Like so it's
You
ba-
are you
it's
have a fake
basically
channel. You
no,
have a fake
basically
channel.
like all of my viewers, like I enjoy making my video, like the videos that I make basically, but like that just happened on our, like I didn't even intentionally. I remember I made both of those shorts probably just like in the middle of doing homework. You know what I mean? And it just like happens. It just like happens. Like you don't really think about that stuff.
Well, we've talked about what's helping you behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I wish I had the connections you did, if you know what
You
I'm
know
saying.
me. You know me. I got those connections. Oh
If you know what I'm
my.
zers. I can't do
Yeah,
that.
I can't do that. His voice is too good for that stuff. Bro, my phone is about to die. It's actually
Okay.
I tried plugging in my phone to my car, but I need to leave the car on, but if I leave it on, like everyone knows I'm in my car because like the lights are on.
Yeah, it's definitely not obvious right now, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh no, definitely not. Oh, and there's more people coming. All right. That's so
Anything else you
awkward.
want to add?
Um, Not really. I think we went over a majority of it in the beginning of the video or the beginning of the podcast. I mean, we spent what, an hour and a half before even talking about stuff.
I'll have to leave a timestamp at the beginning of this one because
Yeah, to
I
talk
know
about
as a fan I'd be like, bro, shut up.
yeah,
Get to the
yeah,
good stuff.
yeah. You had to put the timestamp like what, an hour in, hour and a half in,
We went on
basically.
so long. Mark died.
Mark literally just left.
Mark
Bro had
literally
to
died.
he had to go bro was too old. He had to go leave. No, that's
Bro,
crazy.
bro literally passed away during our podcast.
Oh man. But what is it called? I think that's it. I mean, I think we talked about everything basically. Pretty much what everyone else was saying, you know, like I don't think it was a controversial outcome for any of the categories in terms of the winner. We spoke about much of the stuff that was necessary. But what's it called? I should probably start to get going because the
Yeah.
rain is going to start picking up and the sun just came out, so I want to make sure none of my equipment gets destroyed. And okay, well, I'm sorry that I don't have a house. I got to go find my next resting place.
And
I
going to the
gotta,
park to film some
yeah, I,
videos.
I got to go find my next bathroom, public bathroom to record in.
You
But
shower at the gym. You
I
know,
sh
my gym had two like homeless people at it one time, and they were just
really
like showering there. And I was like, oh, poor people. No, I didn't
my,
say that. I didn't say that, but I was like,
my
that's a little
gym,
weird.
my gym, like at home is in. I mean, it's in New York City, so like it's also like you can't just like go in. I guess like it's you have to take an elevator and they like screen you and stuff. So like I don't have to deal with the poor people
Yeah,
thing.
I
No,
don't
it's
live
crazy.
in Commie City, so
Tommy City is crazy. But oh my, okay, bro, why does it like I didn't know that the hotspot drains your battery like on your phone. I didn't even know that
your
that was
mom must be my
possible.
hotspot then.
Okay, that's crazy. Okay. What is it called? Is there anything else you need to add though?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I hope you come back next week.
Next week?
Oh, you'll be in Montreal.
I'll be in Montreal, yeah. So I'll probably I don't even think I'm gonna be able to get any videos out. I hope I can because I don't even know when the Arnold Brazil is. I gotta get that
3 weeks,
stuff.
April
Uh,
5th through 6th.
okay, so I got some time for that. Yeah. So I don't maybe I'll be able to, but we'll see because I'll probably just be going out and doing whatnot with my life.
Oui,
MIA.
poutine.
You know, I'm gonna be MIA in Montreal, basically, having the time of my life while you're
Gross
out here
French people.
making
French Canadians
videos.
at that.
I'll probably go see Mark and steal his oatmeal, you know.
I think he's further from Montreal.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's more
North?
no north,
North
well,
and
like
east?
north and east. Yeah, like Brunswick is like, well, I guess you can't tell which way I'm pointing, but like
Yeah.
from where I'm sitting, Brunswick would be this like that way and then up. Like this way behind me is I don't even know if that's actually what
No, you
east.
don't know. You don't know
Yeah,
what you're talking
I don't
about.
know. Yeah, I have no clue. But anyways, I gotta go get some food in me before I
Yeah.
get this chest workout done, and I gotta charge my phone so I can go do an economics problem set that
Are you a
I've just
finance bro?
no biology.
Uh,
Biology, yeah.
the things they make you do to get your degree.
Hey, I mean, you gotta become a doctor somehow, you know? Gotta
Yeah.
become a doctor.
All right. Thanks, Jake. I will leave your channel down in the description, if not the comment section, so people know.
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me like last time. I'll probably put the link to this one on my channel.
Oh, I'd
You know,
appreciate that for
put
your
it up
fake
there
viewers. I don't know
for my
really how
fake
many's going to see
viewers.
because your viewers are so inflated. They're not even real.
I'll probably turn
Bots.
the entire podcast into a short, and I'll put Subway Surfers at the top so the viewers don't get
I
bored.
should, if I'm the first person I hire, if I ever get that big, will be someone to clip these. Absolutely.
You can do that for AI. Just put it into the AI and it will do it for you. I don't
Well,
know
I
how
don't,
to do it. I don't know how to do it. There's like
maybe I'll look into it then.
I have a friend who did it.
I can't hear you. All right, everybody. That's a great that's a great time to hear the podcast. I can't hear Jake at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead in the video, like and subscribe. Subscribe to Jake's channel.
thank you.
See y'all in the next podcast.
Thanks for watching.